Alrighty. See if everything is looking. Alrighty. Let's try that. Get the box check going. Alright. There's that. Alright. Alrighty. What's happening, people? Let's see some people popping in. I'm just seeing if the chat box is going to work today. What up there, people? Alright. So let me alright. So let me make sure it's live on. Make sure I'm how the Discord is. Okay, that seems to be working. Alright, the open chat is. So if you're in the Discord, that room is open on RGT. So that's working. What is this over here? Alright. So that's working. Now what's up, people? What you all been doing? What you all been playing? So and there's that. Let's put that like that. All right. Now it's working. So what is going on, people? Hit that like button. Go ahead and share the video. That's my next step, is I have to find the all right, we'll use this box here. We're just gonna go over here. Oh, yep, it says we're live. Let me turn that down there. Let's go ahead and share the video here. There's that. And then there's that. So, what's up, Ice Queen? What is going on? So, see that? Yeah. I see plus Ultra. What's going on? Simon, how you doing? Marcus Ramey, how you doing? So, Ice Queen, how are you feeling today? Hope you're doing well. My chat box isn't moving because it started to work, then it stopped. Let's put that to 24. Alrighty, there we go. Now it seems to be moving. Alright, let me lock it down. But what is going on, people? What is happening? So, Ace Tech, how you doing? Mr. Thomas, how are you doing today, sir? Been a long time. Dave D in the house. What's happening? So, Sunny in VR. Say he joined the PC Master Race R7 3750 and RTX 2060 16. All right. Oh, you got all the M2 on the laptop. Cool, cool, cool. So nothing wrong with that. Cool, cool, cool. So certainly hope you're enjoying it. So my weekend, I worked. I've been at work since Thursday. I've worked 4 12-hour joints. 4 12-hour joints. I'm off today. I'm going back in tomorrow. And oh man, it was something else. I am exhausted. I'm still tired. So, and my back is killing me. So yeah, I listened to a little bit of RGT when I was at work on Friday. So shout out to those guys. I'll be back this Friday. Let me look at my calendar here, pulling up the old schedule, my February schedule. All right, so yeah, I'll be back on RGT this Friday. As a matter of fact, I'm off every Friday this month, so I'm looking pretty good there. So I'm looking pretty good there. So yeah, the 7th, the 14th, Valentine's Day. Yeah, we'll definitely be going out, getting my swerve on. I got to work Valentine's Day weekend though, but yeah, I am off, so I'm happy about that. Woohoo! so but yeah, see, Ace Tech says he's doing that, but yeah. So Ace Patient Fire is about to head out. All right then, yo, hit that like and share button, people. So I'm enjoying that. Yeah, get the likes up, get the numbers up. It is early. It's manic. It's what's it called? Manic Monday. Prince wrote that song. Just another manic Monday. Wish it were Sunday. That's my fun day. I don't have to run day. So social joins, what's happening? As you can see, I'm $50 in to the new GPU, so I'm $100 away, and I'm excited about that. So again, if you want to donate to the podcast, welcome to the Porch Light Podcast, presented by yours truly. Um, Today, well, looks like we got another MLB The Show trailer. Um, but yeah, as you can see right here, what you have up there are the people that have done the donations. Um, the donations have gone toward the PC, and with my little bit of donation, we're at $50. So about we're 1/3 there, folks. And like I said, working as much as I worked this past week, for all I know, I'll be able to get this thing Friday or Saturday, and then the PC will be going into the shop. That's why I'm going up to GameStop today and Best Buy today to see how much the I may end up getting a new motherboard. So the Almighty Spartan God said PlayStation 5 has a valve. What is that? In it that appears twice. Well, all right then. Yeah, I'm going up to GameStop here shortly because I'm jumping back on the PlayStation because there's a very good chance I'll be getting this CPU on Friday. And if I can get the CPU Friday, I will be throwing the computer into the shop to get all this put into the computer. So no problem, Ice Queen. Congratulations. I certainly hope it works out for you. So, I certainly hope it works out for you. But yeah, I'm also going. Yeah. So I don't know, Spartan God, if people keep on saying that my 350 motherboard with a BIOS update, and it should be able to host a something called an SSD. So that's where I'm stuck at. Do I get the SSD, take the SSD, the GPU, and the new CPU in, and then something not work right? I'll be pissed. So I may hold off on the SSD. So or I can get it. They'd be like, okay, your motherboard doesn't have the right BIOS update. We can put in the new CPU. We can put in the new GPU. Blah blah blah. Josh Sauls, how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? So yeah. We just got done confirming and getting my trip ready to Atlantis and the Bahamas. Except this girl, I think she tricked me. I think she's got baby fever. I'm thinking this girl has baby fever because she been hanging out a whole lot with her niece, and I'm really starting to get the feeling that this whole trip to the Bahamas was just trying to trick her brother. I think that's what this is about. So have to wait and see. So, but yeah, I'm on the. Let me go over here to the StreamYard page. There we go. So yeah, people, what is going on? So well, you may have to. I don't know what's going on with her. We're gonna be having a nice little talk here. So that's all I can say. Let me try something here. Let me go here. Let me copy. Let me go to the Twitter machine. Let me do this. Let me do this. There we go. There's that. There's that. And then there's that. There we go. Um, shout out to anybody who doesn't know. The Last of Us Part 2 is supposed to have full nudity, but I thought that was kind of implied in the trailer. But but yeah. All right, so let's kind of get to the podcast here. First of all, everybody, thanks for joining me. Shout out to all you all for being here. And yeah, we're gonna get to it. Yes, we're gonna have some news about the remote play, about PlayStation's remote play, and how that is shaping up to possibly be working on the Nintendo Switch. The free games, you all know I'm all about the free games on PlayStation for February, which I believe includes Bioshock. Again, I beat Infinite on Bioshock on the first on Bioshock, which to me is my favorite Bioshock. Bioshock 2 is trash. It is garbage. So it is garbage. Um, but and then so I'll be looking at that. The Sims Part 4, I think, was mentioned. Somebody can correct me, and I'm going to play the Sims. If the Sims Part 4 is available on PlayStation, I'm going to go ahead and knock that on out. I'm gonna go ahead and start playing it. Um, let's see here. Did I watch RGT Friday? No, I did not. I mean, I was at work Friday, and by the time I got home Friday and ate dinner, it was 9:15. And the next thing I had to literally jump in the shower and go to bed because I had to be right back up Saturday morning to be right back at work. So I had no time. So no time. So yeah, I got Mass Effect up there, and shout out to Lincoln Clay with the breaking news about The Last of Us Part 2. Um, no, what happened on RGT Friday, CJ? I haven't been able to listen to the whole thing. I'm right now catching up on everything over the last 4 days. Because like I said, my last podcast I did, I think, was Monday. That was in January. But it is Black History Month. And for all you all who don't know, hopefully you all celebrate it. Like I said, I'm trying to get over um, the last 4 days. So I'm going to the sauna. They got a new sauna installed here. I'm going to the sauna. It's supposed to be 60 degrees. So all right, Impatient Fire. Peace out to you, brother. Peace out. Hit that like button if you don't mind. So yeah, I played a little bit of Mass Effect last night and recorded it. I'm having issues with my Epic store. I can't access my Epic content. So I don't know why, but every time I try to play a couple of Epic games, it tells me I can't play them. So, so I don't know. Somebody leave a fix there. I would appreciate it. I haven't tried it this morning. I tried last night. So, but shout out to Lincoln Clay. Lincoln Clay, if you're available, bro, you can jump on. You can jump on. I don't know if you're at work or if you got the day off. So, they gave me some Fridays off for Black History Month. So, but shout out to everybody that's here. Hit that like button. I advertised a little bit more this morning. So as you can see there, yeah, going to be talking about the PS5, what's confirmed, the confirmed features of PlayStation 5. Okay, the confirmed features of PlayStation 5. So not and then within that, I'm gonna kind of do this the way Bob Lazar did the whole UFO thing, which he gave you the things that he could confirm. Um, let's see here. Somebody was sending pics to girls on Instagram. Good God, yeah, yeah, that's terrible. That is terrible. So yeah, I got no comment on people to do stuff like that. Just none. So yeah, that's not what I'm on. So but yeah, it's this So what's going on? What's happening? What's happening? So but the remote play, we'll kind of get into it. But yeah, we'll get into this whole thing. And if you're gonna believe that Xbox is 12 T flops based on rumors, then you're gonna also you look kind of spooky not believing that that PlayStation is you look spooky that PlayStation is not gonna have a faster SSD. So said Bob Lazar, that Netflix was fat. Do you reckon he had that element 115? I don't know if he took it out of there, but as far as does that element exist, yeah, they've actually synthesized that element, um, but it only lasts for like seconds. So the whole thing on Netflix was like if you follow, I've been following Bob Lazar since he had his press conference 25 years ago. It was something like that. So I actually saw that press conference live. And he did one press conference. He answered all the questions. And to his credit, he has not ever talked about it again. So he's never talked about it. So what's up, Shadow? Uh, but um, yeah, dude, does that element exist? Oh boy, it's something you reckon he is legit. Well, I mean, he passed lie detector tests. The the guy who broke the story, he I mean, he showed him his badge where he worked out at, he worked at like he said, he met Edward Teller. Edward Teller's the one that got him that job at out there at the Groom Lake test site. So it's he's legit, and I believe him. I believe him. Like he said, he first saw that first saucer and he thought it was a jet plane. He thought it was an advanced jet. So um, yeah, the hand scanners were true. Yeah, and they had them down where they could detect your DNA at the time. He said they were starting to work on that, which is true. Yeah. So again, yeah, he has a video on YouTube where he talks about that stuff. So, and he just talks about how that stuff worked, how gravity worked. So, it is. So, you know. Yeah, words like blowing is going to get Streamlabs on you. They got nothing to do with the Nightbot. So the Nightbot, I've toned it down. It worked. The Nightbot works for me now. It was working autonomously. It was out of control. So yeah. So, but yeah. But you will get into it here. So we'll talk about the remote play with we're gonna talk about the remote play. So, Craig, I had some messages telling me it's too soon. Oh, okay. Well, it's totally up to you, Don. Like I said, congratulations, and you know, hopefully it works out for you. Hopefully it works out for you. So, that's all I can say. I mean, I do. So I do hope it works out for you. Oh yeah, you got you're fine. So the remote play, and shout out to Porter Rock 77 because he really covered it very well. It basically what Sony could be looking into, and what I saw on Push Square. And again, either you're a circle or you're a push square. From what I understand about remote play is that if they do put remote play on the Nintendo Switch, the people that own Nintendo, that you're gonna have to have a PlayStation to use, and basically you'll just remote in and play the games on your Nintendo Switch. That's if it's true. Let me make this clear. That's if this rumor is true, because Sony hasn't confirmed anything, and neither has um, Nintendo. But I do know that Sony is trying to extend the life of the PS4. And if you can take friggin', if you want to play Uncharted, I don't know what's on, whatever they can remote play. But if you want to play, oh hell, I don't know, Twisted Metal Black, or something like that on PlayStation Now. If you want to remote play that on your Nintendo Switch, I think the Nintendo Switch screen is bigger. And a lot of those PS2 games that could be remote play, if they can figure out a way to get them to be 720p, I'm talking about the PS2, um, Nintendo can deny it, can they? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't, see, they're not going to, these companies are not going to confirm and deny anything. Because then you get into this whole notion of they're going to constantly be denying things or confirming things. So there's no so you something gets said, you don't say nothing. It's kind of like years ago when Tiger Woods, they were trying to get things to Tiger Woods would never give them things to talk about. Well, until he got caught having his multiple affairs. So if you get the Sims 4, you will have to buy the packs. Well, I just want to try the game out. I don't know about a pack. So yeah, you know. So definitely have to look into that. But let's see here. All right, there we go. I was just looking at the TV real quick. So, and also congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs winning that Super Bowl. I got home. I watched the last 7 minutes of the third and watched the whole fourth quarter. So that's what I did. So anyway, so remote play pretty much. You would. I know a lot of people that have PS4s that bought the Nintendo Switch. So would they take the Nintendo Switch to the park, to the mall, to work, and if they're playing, I don't know, like I said, a PS4 game, a PS3 game, whatever, and play it remotely? The answer to that is yes, because they take them to work and they play Mario. So, so like I said, I said it's not proven. Neither Nintendo nor Sony has talked about it. So yeah, the Chiefs won. They won that game. They scored 3 touchdowns in 7 minutes. So the 49ers were terrible. So the 49ers are terrible. So you'll get BioShock. When does it get free? Because today's the third. Usually the games are playable on the third. So I mean, because I would have played. I'm off today, and I beat BioShock 1 and BioShock Infinite on the 360. So, but I wouldn't mind playing BioShock Infinite again. So if remote play happens, you're happy. Yeah, I mean, again, I look, it's a way for them to extend the PS4 because it's like, well, and you're going to basically be using it as a game hub on your Nintendo console. Again, I'm not, you know, I mean, look, I've told people before, and I live by the fact that the console war is over. It's over. Nintendo has surpassed. Shout out to Foxy Games for dropping the link. Nintendo has surpassed Xbox in half the lifetime. The Xbox is in third place, and Xbox is in third place. So the Xbox's entire vision for this generation, it never panned out for them. It did not work for them. All right. So and again, the reason why people, and this is just my opinion, the reason why people go ahead and they they talk about the Series X so much at this point is because, and shout out to Jemiah Dixon, like Jemiah Dixon said, the they want this generation to be over. They want it to be over. And so what's up, Paul G? And that's right. They cannot be expected to respond to every single rumor. No company responds to every single rumor. All right. So and that, but I didn't see Paul G here. What's up, Gaminator? The remote play on the Switch will be the same as if on PC or PS Vita. You'll need a PS4 to make it work. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Gaminator. That's the truth. That is the truth. So, and so we'll definitely have to wait and see and how that's going to work. But yeah. you know, I'm excited for it if it happens, because again, I'm on the fence about getting a Switch or a Series X. And I tell you what though, if this woman is talking about getting baby fever, it may be a Nintendo Switch, and just to have that ready to go. You dig? Because I do not, you know, I thought the trip to Atlantis, you know, and I bumped this up um, in it to Atlantis for all expenses for free lunch. So when we go down there, we're gonna have free lunch all day. You know, each day we're down there. We'll get free lunch and stuff like that. And we're getting a different room. We went from like the one, we went from like the, I forgot what they called it, the butler level or something like that. But we went to the luxury level. And then all expenses paid, stuff like that. She paid for the cruise. But yeah, now I know why. I think I know why she did. You know, so but yeah, because that girl's getting baby fever. Can't get her out of the aisle when we go to the store. She loves babysitting now. So it's like, oh, I already know this is gonna. I already know what's about to happen here. So I have to drink to that. To tip the 40 to me. Hmm. If the Sims 5 comes out, they may do online play with other players. I wonder how that would work, but okay. I wonder how that would work. So, um, well, again, Gaminator, as far as the game is concerned, I was apparently the Chiefs controlled the first quarter and the 49ers controlled the rest of the game to like the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter. I mean, when I left work, the Chiefs were winning 10-3. When I got home, the 49ers were winning 20-10. And then yeah, that's when I got home, the 49ers they were winning 20-10. So um so after they were winning 20-10, I'm like, oh, they're gonna win. You know, I kind of started doing some other stuff, and I turned that game back on, and then Mahomes completed a 40-yard pass to Hill. I'm like, oh crap, the 49ers are in trouble, because you can just tell. Once they completed that pass, their confidence went way up, and the 49ers, you heard that Price is Right lose song. So, but yeah, so they're trash this morning. I don't know how they're gonna live it down. So like that one 49er fan, my cousin, he's a big 49ers fan. He's pissed, you know, this morning. I mean, he was pissed after that game. But yeah, so remote play, and shout out to Porter Rock 77, because he went into real good detail and how it would extend the life of the PlayStation. Because again, you give people the option to play the games differently. And if you don't know this, I'll just break this news to you because this is evident. Sony is their exclusivity wall. They're bringing it down a little bit. It's not going to be totally gone, but they are going to start putting games other places. They always have. So, you know, with remote play, I think you can do it real good with the Sony Xperia phone. I do think they've opened it up to Apple's devices. I don't know about Samsung, but I know Apple's devices. So don't be surprised if you get Apple, if you have Apple TV, which I do not have. But if you have Apple TV, don't be shocked if you wake up in the next month or two and Sony has games on Apple TV. Now, what games they put on there? They're going to put smaller games on there. Dreams, which is a 10-year commitment, if you don't know. And that's from Shuhei Yoshida. That's how I know. That's where I got the 10 years from. But smaller games like that, Wild, things like that they have that are second party, they're going to go to other places, just so you know it. Just so you know. So you've never seen anyone playing a Switch in the wild. Well, when we go to the mall and stuff like that, I'll see people playing this, but they're young. I don't see adults playing it. I see younger people. On college campuses, the Switch is real popular on college campuses. So just so you know. So, but yeah, it is what it is, people. So. Apple TV app shows are awful. Well, what about that one that's For All Mankind? Is that any good? So, is that one any good? So, I thought that was a pretty good one. Spartan God was happening. Um, yeah, Ice Queen says she's playing Destiny at the moment. All righty, that's cool. That is cool. So, but yeah, I've seen them playing it on campuses. Like when I take my niece, sometimes I've taken my niece to school last year. I saw some people walking around. They obviously had to switch. And going on campus, I like going on campuses because you get cheap food. Like I can go there and get a cheap pizza. I can get a Papa John's. I'm not a racist pizza, two topping on campus. Walk in, walk out, or pickup if you want to call it that. I can get that for $5.99. So and that's two toppings. It's all good stuff. So so yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, but that's pretty much remote play for the people who were wondering about it. Who, I mean, if you're interested in it, great. I'm not going to knock it because I'm not going to use it. But the way it would work is that you would have to have a PlayStation. You'd have a device that runs it. You would put the app on your device, whether it be a tablet or phone, whatever, and then you could remote play. Again, there's a term from the PlayStation that you have to those devices. Now, to me, Apple TV makes the most sense because I think it already works on iPhone. So just FYI. But yeah. You think Alienware UFO should allow PS remote play also? Possibly. I mean, if you can go ahead and get your stuff on other devices, especially stuff that people aren't really playing a whole lot of, that's to me it makes perfect sense. If you want the ultimate experience, you'll buy the console. But at the end of the day, yeah, again, if you don't know, Sony is opening up their things. I mean, Sean Layton said that's what they were doing. So, and that's it. Has Horizon Zero Dawn the PC been confirmed yet? It's on PC right now through PS Now, I think. Has it been confirmed natively? The answer to that is no. Look. I mean, you can go to the Epic Game Store, and if you go to the Epic Game Store, not Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding is on the Epic Game Store. Okay, Death Stranding is on the Epic Game Store, but it doesn't have a release date. It's a placeholder. So yeah, but no, it has not been confirmed. And again, look, I'm not here to say I don't really speculate on heavy rumor talk. And Jason Schreier could be right about this, but there's a very good chance he's wrong. All right, because there's nothing has come from Guerrilla Games. That's why. So I'm like, well, if it comes from Guerrilla Games, I'll talk about it. But until it comes from Guerrilla Games, I'm not going to really talk about it. So it's going to be on PS Now for at least the next 2 to 3 months. So that's all that's it. I mean, Uncharted. They said people were saying that when Uncharted was on PS Now, that all of a sudden, not PS Now, was it Uncharted that was on PS Now? I think so. They were saying that was going to go to PC afterwards. It didn't. They pulled it right back off. So that's the fact. That is a fact. So, yeah, you still have to have the main console for remote play. So, yeah, and that's the truth. So again, they extend the life of the PS4 because maybe they sell another 2 million PS4s. So that people who have Nintendo Switches can do remote play. So it is what it is. The console war is over, and so there's no reason for them not to start sharing content different ways, sharing it different ways. And this is why I've said before, this is why I stand by my comment of Game Pass being on the PlayStation. I've also said the people that have been listening to me say that. I said I believe it will be an app that you can just put on your PlayStation, and that it won't have all the games, but it will have most of the games. All right, so that I stand by that. Now, when is it going to happen? I said a couple years down the road, because there's no reason for Microsoft not to do it. There's no reason for Microsoft not to do it. You dig? So and people are butt hurt and all that kind of stuff. I really don't care that you're upset and butt hurt. I do agree with Big Cloud that I'm over the console war. It's old news. And when Microsoft came out and said we're putting games day and date on PC, your console war ended. That was the end of your console war. So because at that point there was no competition. If I want to play Quantum Break at the best level I can play it at, I will play it on PC. Now, I mean, it's not on Game Pass right now. Matter of fact, my Game Pass is starting to run out, I think. So, guys, you all know I don't ask for a whole lot, but if somebody wants to donate so I can continue Game Pass, I think my Game Pass runs out in a couple of weeks. So I need to play this. I need to play the Halo game, Halo Reach. I'm gonna replay Halo Reach. That's my favorite Halo game. Halo Reach, and I liked Halo. I liked all the Halos, but Reach is my favorite one. So just so you know. So Sony is not going to share their install base with Xbox. Well, I mean, again, it's not a matter of them sharing. They don't look at it like that as sharing. They look at it I mean, if Xbox were to come out with a handheld, they could put a remote app on there. Same with Xbox. Okay, Microsoft shares its stuff with Apple. So it shares its stuff with Apple. So and they can't stand. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates couldn't stand each other. They could not stand each other. So, but again, iTunes works with Windows. iTunes is owned by Apple. So it is what it is. So Safari works on Windows on a Windows PC as far as its search engine. Google's search engine works on Microsoft stuff. So Microsoft has always been a service-based company. And again, we're talking years down the road. I mean, you all going to be 35, 40 years old with families still talking about the console stuff? I mean, is that where you guys are headed? I'm just asking. So shout out to the Nightbot. But yeah, so you just went on the PS Store. We can't get the new monthly games in the UK yet. Not sure about the US. Yeah, I'm not for sure either. Does anybody with a PS account know when we can start playing these new games? Because I'm not for sure. So I honestly not for sure. Sony can create its own Game Pass. They have their own Game Pass. Sony has their own version of Game Pass. Okay, so they already have it. Now the difference is that they don't put games day and date on there. So tomorrow, I'll be at work. Okay. Well, I'll be at work when you all are getting those games. But when I come home tomorrow, I'll be getting I'm gonna download BioShock Infinite probably. So tomorrow in the UK. Okay, it's February 4th. That is tomorrow. Darn it. Well, I'll be at work, so I'll do it on the weekend. So Sony's using the just the tip strategy. I guess you could look at it like that. But again, we'll have to wait and see. But they are going to be more open just so people know that. It's not that you're not going to have exclusive games. You're still going to have exclusive games. Jim Ryan has already said this. He's already nipped that in the bud. But they're going to be open to putting them other places. He's already said that. So I look for some of the older, like to me, a game like Dreams should be on PC. Medieval, that should be on PC. Concrete Genie, that should be on PC. I mean, again, that's just my opinion. Games that came out in 2014, 2015, yeah, go to PC. Infamous Second Son, guys, came out 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Why? Sucker Punch hasn't put that game on PC yet. So, I mean, now to me, that will be the next PlayStation game that goes to PC. Will be Infamous Second Son. And the DLC, was it First Light or something like that, or the Light something? That will do that. So what's up there, people? Hey, hit that like button if you don't mind. Also, if you want to donate to the cause is the AMD 5600 XT. I'm looking at you, Spartan God and Gaminator. If you all Romero Keith, what's happening? Go ahead and donate to the cause. I'm 1/3 there from the PC Master Race. Let's see if the PC Master Race can get us up to $75. And then I'm going to go see how much this thing costs in a couple of hours. I'm going to hustle up to Best Buy to see how much this thing costs. So you're going to pirate them all? I don't know if you can. So are PC guys going to buy those games? Look, it doesn't look. It's not a matter. Yeah, I think. Well, if they can't say they can't be port begging for games and then not buy them, that will not be a good look for them. All right. But I looked at the smaller games, like I said, Concrete Genie, and games like that. When I see games like that, to me it makes no sense not to put them on PC. You dig? All right. I mean, to me it makes no sense that those games. And then um, the other was it Until Dawn? Am I saying that correctly? Came out what 2014, something like that. That game should go to PC. That game may be on PC for all I know, but just stuff like that. You know, the second party games and first party games that are friggin' 4, 5, 6 years old. Yeah, I mean, I understand Sony putting them on PC, so or at least having a strategy where they would put them on PC for a little bit. But yeah, I think they will go to PS Now first. And then after PS Now, I think they eventually pop up on PC. Not all of them. They said select games would go to PC. So those are their words. So I'm not making those words up. Do not be coming over here, Andre Clay, saying that there's going to be, I'm putting words in people's mouths. That's a fact. Sony said specifically select games would be going to PC. You know, you dig? That's just reality. So hit that like button, people. There's 40 people in here. I only got 20 likes. The like button is free. Do you think Dreams will come to PC sooner rather than later? I think Dreams will be on PC by the end of this year. I can say that. I mean, like I said before, I think there's smaller games, Medieval, Dreams, Concrete Genie. Again, those games should be on. I think those games will go to PC. Again, they said select PC. They said select games will go to PC. That's the truth. That is the truth. Okay. Says Social Join says the PC Master Race spend $500 to $4,000 on PCs only to say $60 costs too much for games. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Well said. Well said. They do. I mean, again, it's almost like they come across like I spent this on a 2070 Ti, or I spent this on a 2060 or something like that. So I deserve to play your game. So some of them are arrogant. Let me make this clear. Most of them, the ones that I know, are not like that. But some of them, the guys that help me put my PC together and are going to help me upgrade it and stuff like that, as far as helping me put it together, because I do the legwork and then they get the stuff in, and then on a day when I have 2 to 3 hours to spend, I go in and put the stuff together. They just make sure I'm putting it on there right. You dig? So that's just reality at this point. Like I have 8 more gigs of memory here, but I'm afraid to put it in because I don't have the PC hook. You know, I don't have a thing because I don't want to short circuit anything out. So I'll just let them do it because they have all the right stuff. So will Nintendo port their games to PC? No, no, no. So I mean, that's just my opinion. They don't have to. You know, I would like to see some of their games on PC, but that's not Nintendo's vehicle. Nintendo likes the platforming, and platforming games don't do well on PC. When you look at Nintendo's games, about 80% of them are platformers. So that's just reality, okay? That's not me dissing the Nintendo. But their top selling games are platformers. So you think Dreams could benefit from the? Yeah, I think it will be I think it will go to PC eventually. I just think they want They want PlayStation. And again, Shuhei Yoshida loves that game. And again, which is fine. I mean, I'm not going to play it. It does look interesting. I do like seeing people create things. I can't draw a stick man. So that game to me doesn't benefit me. But I like games like that because it introduces the creativity, which is something that kids don't have anymore. Kids, their creativity gene is gone. Now we had etch a sketches, and even though they told you when we were kids, we had an etch a sketch, and even though they told you you can't make a circle with an etch a sketch, we still tried. We sat down for hours and tried to make a circle with an etch a sketch. Couldn't do it, and we knew we couldn't, but we tried anyway. Got it as close as we could to a complete circle. Took us hours, but that's creativity. We play with Legos and stuff like that. And Lego, if you get a job interview at Microsoft, the room that they put you in when you're waiting for your interview has Legos in it. I don't know if you all know that or not. A lot of their, when they interview people, they're not interviewing you on phone. They're interviewing you in person. They have Legos sitting there. And they watch you to see if you're going to start playing with the Legos because that shows a side of creativity. And that's missing. But if you're going to work for a company that deals in innovation, Apple, Microsoft, Oracle, Google, they want you to be creative. So there's an avatar project. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm excited for Dreams. It's just I like watching other people do it because use that software because they're much more creative than I am. So yeah, if you get Dreams and you stream it, send me a tweet and I'll watch for a little bit. So you know, Microsoft is always watching. Yeah, they're always watching. Yeah. I'm like, that's why I like on Twitter. I'm like, I don't need Twitter to follow you because I'm already following you. So, Dreams shouldn't have been marketed as a PS4 game. No, I mean, is it Dreams? Who made Dreams? I can't remember the studio that made it. I mean, I think it's a Sony studio, so you should market your studio. But yeah, I think the game will come out. I think for about 6 months, 6 to 8 months, it'll be on there. Then it'll go to PC. Because that's where that game is going to be the most creative at. So you bought Dream Media Molecule. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I mean, again, I certainly hope it works out. So, but yeah, we're moving on here. But the February games again, I'm gonna play BioShock Infinite again. I will be streaming that once I get it up and running. That will probably be Saturday morning when I get it going. So so yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, now let's move to talk about the PS-5, and we'll go ahead and talk about what's confirmed here. I'm going to read this. This is coming from Eurogamer. Let me go ahead and put the link in the chat because people like Andre Clay don't read the chat, so I know you guys do. So there we go. That's where I'm getting. Where I'm about to read comes from Eurogamer.net, also AKA White Zaddy. So we're gonna go ahead and read what White Zaddy is talking about, and so here we are gonna read this into the record here, and let's see here. Where's the article? I just had it up here. All right. So now this is from 4 or 5 days ago. I had this article ready, and of course I had to work the last 4 days. So we're going to talk about what I'm about to say to you is similar to how Bob Lazar talks about UFOs, which is here's what's confirmed. We're now going to talk about what's been confirmed for PlayStation 5. All right, we're not going to go Jack Reacher and Spartan God. I don't know if you're still there. Did you see Jack Reacher's video talking about why there's so many rumors about these next gen consoles? And again, let me make this clear. If you're going to run around and say that the Xbox Series X is 12 T-flops, and again, with no confirmation from Microsoft, okay, then you sure as hell are going to run with the other rumor that PS5 is going to be possibly more powerful and more efficient, okay? That's just reality. That is reality. All right. If not, you're going to look stupid and then you're going to get your cheeks busted. But I found it hilarious that Jack Reacher, of all people, was talking about why there's so many rumors and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, so right now, what I am about to read, ladies and gentlemen, what I am about to read is confirmed. So let's talk about what's been confirmed. All right, for the PS5. So now, it says we'll begin with the hard numbers. Here's what we know about the PS5's tech after this initial PS5 reveal and from Digital Foundry analysis of the PS5 GPU spec leak. Now, we're not going to do the spec leak yet. All right? We're just going to do the GPU spec leak. That will be at the end. Right now, we're talking about what is confirmed. I left the link there so you all can go to the link and you all can follow along. Because again, I don't know how to pull this up on the screen yet. So to share it, I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just don't know how to do it. So, but here we go. All right. So the CPU says the PS5, and this is confirmed. Confirmed. All right. The CPU. The PS5 CPU will be an AMD chip based on Ryzen 8X cores, 7 nanometers Zen 2. This is confirmed. Okay? That is confirmed with the CPU. Again, the PS5 CPU will be an AMD chip based on the Ryzen. Okay? 8X cores, 7 nanometers Zen 2. That is confirmed. Does everybody understand that that's not a rumor? That is a confirmed document. Okay, that is confirmed. So hopefully everybody understands that now. This is what's been confirmed on the PS5, not the rumor. Okay. Now, GPU and ray tracing. All right. The PS5 GPU will be a custom AMD Navi GPU. Now it goes into speculation. It says, so we know it's going to be a custom AMD Navi GPU. How do we know that? Because AMD has confirmed it. So has Jim Ryan, so has Mark Cerny, and so has my girlfriend, Lisa Su. Okay? So all three of those principals have confirmed that it's going to be a Navi GPU custom. Now, here's where White Zaddy steps in with speculation. It says possible 36 custom Navi compute units at 2000 MHz. All right. Now, why do they say this? Because that supports ray tracing at a hardware level. All right. And then Digital Foundry has a link for ray tracing tech. Again, I'm going to say that again. The GPU will be a custom AMD Navi GPU. Now, then here comes White Zaddy with speculation. It says possibly 36 custom Navi compute units at 2000 megahertz, and that is because that will support hardware level ray tracing. All right. That's confirmed. Does everybody understand that? All right. Now, audio. This is what's been confirmed, okay? The PS5 will have 3D audio that Mark Cerny believes will be dramatically different to the PS4. So they're improving on the PS4 sound. They're not trying to compete against the Atmos sound of Microsoft. All right, it's two different types of things. Okay, so now we're going to go to storage. Okay, excuse me. Now here's the storage. The PS5 will have an SSD, something called a solid state drive. Sony says its version uses the new PCI e 4.0 connection. Cerny gave the example of a 0.8 second loading time compared to 15 seconds when tested on Marvel's Spider-Man. Digital Foundry, aka White Zaddy, says it believes it could. And this is Zaddy doing now. Here's Zaddy speculating. Says Digital Foundry believes it could be GDDR6 at 448 gigabytes, possibly 512 gigabytes. Now that is Zaddy speculating. Okay, so here's how you differentiate reality from speculation. The PS5 will have an SSD. Okay, it will also have the new PCIe 4.0 connection. How do we know that? Because Mark Cerny has confirmed it. Okay. We also know, based on real world performance that Sony has just demonstrated, that they show Spider-Man being loaded in under 1 second. Under 1 second. All right. So we know that's true. Now, when Zaddy steps in and says it can be GDDR6, that's not Sony confirming that. That is White Zaddy. And again, remember, White Zaddy, they know you're not thinking for yourselves. So we're not going to go Jack Reacher here and say this is what's going to be in it. This is speculation at this point when it says Digital Foundry believes it could be. That means they're speculating, okay? I'm not speculating because I'm reading directly from the article. Here's what I know about it. I know it's going to be very fast. So if these numbers make it faster, fair enough. All right. Now, resolution support. Okay, here's what's confirmed. The PS5 will have up to 8K support, including full 4K. Okay? That's it. That's confirmed. So don't get into the weeds with D-Batch and Dealer Gaming and Mads Gaming, all this speculation stuff, because you're reading it directly from an article from 5 days ago. And if you don't want to like the article, this is White Zaddy. Okay, this is your White Zaddy. All right, that's done this. Okay, then it says 4K Blu-ray player will be available with the PS5 reading 100 gigabyte optical disc. That's the truth. Now, everything I just told you from the 4K Blu-ray player, the resolution support, confirmed. Hard sources confirm this. Let's talk about what Zaddy talks about here. GDDR6 at 448 gigabytes, possibly 512. That's speculation. That is speculation. Possible 36 custom Navi GPU units at 2,000 megahertz. Speculation. That is speculation. Why do we know that's speculation? Because Mark Cerny hasn't said that. Neither has Jim Ryan, neither has Lisa Su. Those are the 3 people you need to be listening to go get your information about PS5. That's the truth. Okay? That's just the hard truth. Okay? Now, here's some more things that are confirmed so far. Going back to the Wired article, we're going to talk about more things going back to the Wired article Mark Cerny gave back in 2019 in April. So almost 1 year ago, 10 months ago, says the features included PS5 will support backwards compatibility. That's okay. That's from Mark Cerny. Okay. At first, some games may be released on both the PS4 and the PS5 at the same time. Okay? All right? That's coming from Mark Cerny. Okay. PS5 won't be digital only, which means it will support physical media. This has been confirmed because we know it has a 100 gigabyte Blu-ray drive that will support your 4K Blu-rays for people like me who want to watch their movies. Okay? Game installations will be more configured. I mean, this is the stuff that's being confirmed. Game installations will be more configurable. So it says, thanks to the way the SSD works, players will be able to delete a single-player campaign, for example, without removing multiplayer, if the developer provides that support. So let's say The Last of Us, that's a bad example. Let's just say a game comes out in 2022. And it has a single player and it's got a multiplayer. And you're like, man, I don't want to play online and call in the B2. So you're just going to load the single player. That's it. You'll just say, bam, I want my single player. Okay, or you can say, all I want to do is get online and put on a headset and play with my friends. I want to play with my friends. Okay, and so you're going to say, I don't care about the single player. That's all you're going to download. Now, guess what? They're still going to charge you full price, so they don't care. They don't care. They're not going to say, well, all I'm going to do is download multiplayer. I should only have to pay half price. If you moist ass monkey turd starts talking about that kind of stuff, then you're gonna get blocked. You're gonna get blocked. Okay, because again, not gonna have a bunch of moist ass blue pill monkey turds hanging out on the channel. You're gonna have to pay full price unless you wait for a sale, like I do. I will go full monkey turd and go ahead and go wait on the game to come down because I only want to play one one feature of the game. Okay. So now that is it. Now it says game sizes should smaller or at least be better. Game sizes should smaller or at least be better optimized. Okay. It says due to the SSD only solution with the PS5, developers will no longer need to duplicate data to make a standard 5400 RPM read faster. This is on the Wired. Okay. It says developers will take advantage of that space will offer. Some may opt to build a larger or more detailed game world. Others may be content to shrink the size of the games or patches. I think this is a good thing, okay? So PS5 will have some form of cloud functionality. Okay, that's common sense, guys. They use the Azure cloud. They mean Sony use the Azure cloud. So they're an Azure cloud client, okay? Says here, we are cloud gaming pioneers. This is from Cerny. Says Cerny told Wired, our vision should become clear as we head towards launch. That's from Mark Cerny. Okay. PS5 / PSVR support. Support, at least with the current headset, has been confirmed. There is a leak. Now, here we go with speculation in the form of a patent found. I reported on this patent last year of the patent filed in February 2019 of a new headset that will have 2 front and 1 rear camera and with an additional camera on a move style controller. There's also a mention that this could be operated wirelessly. Again, that's speculation. Let's make that clear. That is speculation. But here, what is confirmed is that it's going to work with the headset you got now. That's confirmed. So don't come to me going full moist. Okay? Some moist fruit booty turned the fact that I said I want to kill a 4K rat into Metro's going to be a big game. That's how stupid some of you guys are. Okay, that's how stupid people are. That's why those stupid people got blocked. Because YouTube blocked all the stupid people for me. Like, hey, look, these are some stupid ass people. We're gonna block these clowns. You did? That's what we did. Now, it says, what else we know about the PS5 is the logo. and Jim Ryan trolling everybody, saying that they named it the PS5, and it's nice to be able to say, I like a giant burden has been lifted from his shoulders. So what's the difference is that the PS4 logo said PS4 in black letters. The PS5 says it in white letters with a black background. It is friggin' hilarious. So now we can go ahead and talk about the dev kit. Now this is speculation. Okay? This is speculation we're talking about right now. I'm going full Jack Reacher at this point. Now, this is from Eurogamer. This is from your Zaddy. This is from White Zaddy, okay? It says, we don't know what the PS5 specs and features so far. We don't know. So you don't know the T-flops. You don't know the speeds, all that kind of stuff. That is speculation, okay? We don't know what it's going to look like. You don't know the PS5 price yet. We don't know. We don't know. So, all right. PS5 backwards compatibility. Hold on. Well, the PS5 price, I would be prepared to pay $600. And I said this months ago. I would be prepared to pay $600. I'm not saying it will cost $600. Again, don't go full moist and say, Craig said it's going to cost $600. Yeah. I'm saying you should be prepared to pay that. And if it's cheaper, fine. It's cheaper. You're covered, right? Right. So don't go full moist. Don't go full fruit bat. Don't turn into a fruit booty. Okay, and say that, and don't do that. Just start saving your money like you're going to pay $600. Okay, now if it's cheaper than that, guess what? You walk in there, you give them a COB, that's cold hard cash, that's cash on the barrelhead. You walk out with your console. Okay, all right, now PS5 backwards compatibility with PS1, 2, and 3 is unlikely. This is speculation. Now, shout out to Foxy Games and HH and Hip Hop Gamer. I'm about to sound like HHG. Hip Hop Gamer, Foxy has said something about legacy backwards compatibility, and Hip Hop Gamer has said that it's going to have full backwards compatibility. Now we will find out. So, but shout out to both those brothers, okay? Shout out to both of those brothers, and shout out to Hip Hop Gamer for coming on to RGT Podcast. Also, big shout out to Blaze 4K for going on the RGT Podcast as well. I don't want to forget about Blaze 4K. Good dude. Go sub to both those brothers. They putting in some good work. We'll have to wait and see if Hip Hop Game is right about the legacy software or legacy hardware. And we'll have to wait and see if his talk on him being told that Kojima Studios has been purchased by Sony. Have to wait and see if that's true. Okay, because I'm not going that far, and I agree with Foxy Games when it's right in front of your faces. The two to three studios they purchased. It's in your face, but Hip Hop Gamers got some brass balls. Okay, I'm talking about breaking into the FBI brass balls to go out that far. But shout out to him. That's no diss on him. I certainly hope he's right. Kojima Studios coming into the fold would be magnificent and would be fun. And it is the way it is. I would enjoy it. So I hope he's right, but that's not what I've been told. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm on record with the studios that I believe that they have really talked to heavily, and we'll have to wait and see if that's true or not. I'm just going to wait and see. Okay. Let's see. Voice control is currently unconfirmed. I love it. Now, everybody knows that it's been reported that PS5 is going to have its own version of Alexa or some type of Siri, whatever. It's going to have its own version of that. Maybe they'll call it Chiquita. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But right now, nothing's been confirmed by Sony. Let's see here. Now, here's my favorite one. If the PS4 library will update to the new PS5 version of the game library or whether it will stay the same. Now, this is something that I am waiting to see. Okay? Will Horizon Zero Dawn is locked at 30 FPS and 1800p on the PlayStation Pro. Will it all of a sudden go to, and it's checkerboard 4K. I know it's checkerboard 4K with HDR. Will it all of a sudden be able to be capable of ray tracing and have 60 frames? And can they jailbreak these CPUs? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Okay, but I am interested in that. Okay, but I am waiting to see. And of course, I think something about the PS4 controller. They've confirmed that the PS4 controller will still work with the PS5. So I think that's been confirmed. So that's what we know and what we don't know about the console that's coming up. So now I'm going to come back into the chat, and I'm going to have to. How am I going to do this? Okay. Let's see here. Let's take that down. Let's take that down. Okay, so I can come over here to the chat now. So I want to see if there's any questions. So, let's see here. I saw that one. Oh, what's up, Big Cloud? What is going on, brother? I'm in the Discord if you want to jump in. I'm in that open chat Discord if you want to jump in. So, um, let's see here. Shadow the Ghost PS5 is coming. Yeah, it's coming. They think, all right, think they said dreams may come to PC. Oh, that's fine. I'm not here to say it won't be. I want that game to go to PC. So all along, White Zaddy was this. Yeah, pretty much. That's your White Zaddy. So that is your White Zaddy. It's not mine. That's not my Zaddy because I have my own standard. There's a bunch of people in the community that don't have a standard, so they depend on Zaddy. Okay, they depend on their White Zaddy. So that is just the way it is. So Danny Ruiz said the moist simp should just shut up and play their games. I don't disagree with that. Let's see here. Antonio Alicia said the PS5 logo changed his life. So I hope that's good to know. So Dave D thinks it's going to be $4.99. That's fine, and I hope it is $4.99. So Almighty Spartan God said the PS5 teraflops are only 8.3. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's fine. So I'm just trying to see if there are any questions here. Let's say nobody has any questions. So I think 4K, it'll hit 4K native Horizon Zero Dawn. All right, I turned up the desktop audio and I unmuted it. So hopefully it's working now.
Yeah, you don't want a foxy situation. What's up, man?
What's going on, brother? Were you off today? Or are you just going in later? What's happening?
Been a little under the weather, but I'm
Oh
good, you know.
no, oh no. You don't have that crud going around, do you?
Oh, no, I'm fine, dude. It's it's a lot of crazy shit on top of other shit plus gaming. You know how it is. Just
Yeah.
relaxing.
Well, what's been going on in the gaming world? I've worked 4 straight 12s, so I have been off the reservation. What is that? Is that what they want to call it? Yeah, I've been off the reservation for ever.
Yeah.
Well, what has been going
Uh,
on?
yeah, I just been kind of taking it easy, but well, we got confirmation. We got a little confirmation. So
Of what?
you know,
Of what?
Mr. Hip Hop Gamer was on point. Now, I don't want to say what exactly it was, because I've been a little quiet on what it was, but
Well, then how'd you
he
get?
confirmed something.
Okay, well, how? Okay, now he predicted one, two. He said 3 things on RGT. He said that.
Yeah,
I mean, he
true,
did. He did.
true,
So,
but two
so
of which are I'll give you a hint.
yeah, let's give me a hint.
I'll give you a hint. The two it's out of the two things that we talked about the most on
Okay.
that particular episode. Remember, we talked about three, right?
Correct.
But it
Correct.
was two particular ones out of the three that we dedicated the most time to. It's out of those two. It's one of those two.
Well, you all spent. All right. Well, let me tell you this. You all talked about backwards compatibility, legacy.
Legacy backers and Pat
Yeah.
was one, right?
Wait a minute. To be
It did.
fair, let's be fair. Foxy has been
Foxy
reported
was the first.
on.
Foxy was the
Yeah,
first to
he
report.
six
Yeah,
six
Foxy was
months
first.
ago. Months ago.
Yeah,
So
Foxy
y'all.
was the
So
first one
that
to talk about it.
two
And
to
then
three, 2 to 3
yeah.
studios being bought, and one of those being
One was
Kojima.
one was Kojima Productions, which is a
Yeah.
big, massive one. That was the massive one that
Yeah.
was reported. That's when we all got on the show for exactly
Right.
was that particular one.
All right. So all right. But without giving it away, did Sony remedy the situation finally and let us know what was happening?
Did they remedy the situation?
And let us know about the confirmations.
See,
Without giving nothing away. Without giving nothing away.
I don't want to say what they did. At the same time, I don't want to say they didn't.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I don't want to give away.
So this is taken with a grain of salt again.
Oh, it's taken with a grain of salt. Taking with a grain of salt, definitely. But Fox, I don't know when Fox gonna drop the video. He'll drop his video.
All right.
Ready.
All right. So he knows it then too. So he. So
he knows
Foxy,
it. He knows it.
All right. So
he knows
Foxy and Hip Hop Gamer. All right, so
He
Foxy and
knows
Hip Hop
it.
Gaming. Well, can you send it to me on Twitter, on your thing, the thing you have on Twitter, the private one that you have,
uh,
or a hint? Can you send a hint? And I won't share it. I'm not going to share it. I just want to see if it's what I was told, and I'll just put a Y or a no or an N. But I'm not saying it's not true. So, because I just specifically said, we'll have to wait and see if some of this stuff is true. So,
we'll
so
definitely what we'll probably more likely do, we'll probably talk about it off air for
that's
sure.
fine.
We'll
That's fine. All
talk
right.
about off air, definitely off air.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. So,
Sorry guys, I don't want to spoil the excitement. I don't want to spoil nothing.
well, no, that's fine. That's fine. I can sit on it. Now, all right.
shout
Let
out
me
to
ask you this. Let me ask you this. Now, I
shout out
am.
to CJ and everybody in the chat.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the entire chat. Hit that like button. Now, I
Bye
will.
bye.
I am off Friday. So, will you guys unveil it on Friday after we talk about it? That way, we all are kind of in the same loop in a way that kind of it's what Bob Lazar say. Everything's kind of fractured information. Some person knows this, some person knows that. You know.
We'll probably have. I don't know if Hip Hop Gamer will be
Mhm.
free.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, we'll probably try to do. We'll try to get Hip Hop Gamer again
Hmm.
for this Friday if he can make it.
Yeah. I know he's
And
busy. Yeah.
yeah, I know he's been real busy, so I don't know, but we'll see if we
Yeah.
can get him on here. If not, we'll probably dedicate like a little bit to it
That's fine.
and talk about it. We'll definitely do that because me also, I've been getting my questions ready for Thursday.
Oh, who you
You know,
interviewing
Geo,
Thursday? Oh, okay, cool. I'll be at work.
Geo Corsi, yeah,
Yeah.
Geo Corsi.
Yeah, yeah, no. I'll be at work. Yeah. So hopefully, if I can recover from these last 3-4 days. I mean, 12. I
Yo,
did.
we're Friday too.
No. Every Friday
Was it?
this
I'm
month
saying
is
the
Black.
Messiah's out of jail,
No.
out of
Yeah,
prison.
pretty much. Yeah, because for Black History Month, they let me off on Fridays. You feel me? So,
Okay.
but man,
Cool.
I'm coming off of 4 straight 12-hour shifts. So yeah, I
Damn. I
know.
know you
So
you work.
I
How
was
the hell you can podcast? Oh, you must be excited to podcast. That's probably why.
yeah, well, yeah. I got home yesterday and I was just like, I could barely move. I'm like, I'm so tired. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm going to Best Buy to look at the motherboard and the 5600 XT if they have it up there to see
So
how much they got.
you see the tech experts, the ones who invade people's comment sections, disappeared off of the reports of PS5 being much stronger than Series X.
Well, that's
Ooh.
just it. I don't, but I agree 100% with Porter Rock and Foxy was saying this. Because I still don't to me when I hear SSD, I
Yeah.
still think it's storage, but the way
Nah,
it's been
this
explained,
yeah.
it's like it can augment the GPU. It's like it's going to boost the GPU. That's what it sounds like people are saying.
Yeah.
So I don't
So you
understand how that
have
works.
on
Hmm.
PCs you have mechanical drives, which is hard drives, which you can
Yeah,
store your information like a
yeah.
normal hard drive,
Like I got
and then
right
you have
now. I got right now.
SSDs. Yeah.
Okay. Uh
Then
huh.
you have an SSD. An SSD speeds up your entire operating system and
Right.
everything. It speeds it up, and basically the information that is read and written from your PC is much faster with the SSD.
All right.
So that's what's going on there with PlayStation and Series X. So basically, they're investing in what's called M2 drives. Basically, that's what the new M2 drives are. I call them M2 drives. They call them what's it called, NVMe or something like that, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Some weird name.
Those particular SSDs, I don't really call them that. I just call them M2 drives. They're like ones that just go strictly on the board, and those are much faster than what we have right now in like the PCs as of late. Now, granted, Sony has a custom version of this supposedly, which is faster, and this is not available for current. Thank you, NVMe. There you go.
Yeah.
And that's what Sony supposedly invested a lot of their time into, was their particular SSD. Theirs is custom made. It's only available to them supposedly. Microsoft will have their own variant of it. However, from what we're gathering, and again, this hasn't been confirmed just yet, but for what we've gathered, and even Review Tech USA, remember I told you, he even talked about it,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
the whole PCIe controller thing, which Microsoft supposes is going to have a slower one.
Hmm.
That right there also can paint a picture for what Sony's doing. They're going for all speed, man, this time around.
Yeah. Efficiency. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they
all
want.
office.
Yeah, they want to be more efficient.
Mm.
So all right, but let's just say the Series X has a faster clock GPU, but then
Yeah.
Sony has a faster SSD.
So
What there won't be any differences in the multi-plat. I'm talking about the multi-plat games. Okay,
yeah, multiplats have never like the thing about multiplats, right? Like, cause we
mhm,
saw it with the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, right?
right,
These these companies that are multiplayer, these third party companies don't necessarily go all out with graphics on
correct,
third party games.
correct.
What they usually do is they do something called parity. They make them both look the same. In this particular case, Microsoft would have to pay off a good chunk of these developers, or at least have the lead for them
Hmm.
to really push it that insane. And
Right.
a lot of people think I'd be crazy when I say this, but you see it every day. They don't necessarily prioritize Xbox One X all the time over PS4
Oh
Pro.
no,
Some do.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Call of
some
Duty.
do.
No, that Call of
Yeah.
Duty game that came out, the last one that just came
Uh-huh.
out, they clearly favored the PlayStation over
Yeah.
that. I mean
And
that.
that tells you something. They go where the moneymaker is pretty much. That's
Yeah.
just kind of how it is. If the moneymaker is PlayStation and that platform is, weaker, they'll usually just prioritize that. Why? Because that's their main source of revenue. That's their main console.
Hmm.
Has the biggest install base. They're not going to gimp that for
Correct.
a niche size. I call it niche, right? Because
Hmm.
usually it's not that far behind, but in this case, when you compare it to this gen, it was pretty what niche, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't that huge. So you would say that niche size of people on that particular platform go, okay, yeah, we don't want to prioritize that over this. So again, that's what happens. So Sony, again, this is where the whole GPU thing comes into play. The GPU is indeed supposedly clocked higher for Series X. So what does this mean for Series X?
Hmm.
Series X does have an advantage here in graphical power, and they can show off some better looking graphics. However, that's really going to come down to the team and the talent. You get what I'm going with this?
Hmm.
And Sony has already shown that they got their talent. They don't necessarily need to go, they don't need an insane amount of power to show you a pretty visual
No,
at
that
all.
is
They
that
can
is
deliver.
true, but graphically, because there's a difference
Mhm.
in graphics and resolution, so they'll have the same resolution.
They'll both target the same resolution,
Okay,
which would be what
say
4K,
they
right?
target 4K.
4K.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
just say
both.
I don't
Yeah,
know. Let's
both
say
4K.
Infinity Ward makes another Call of Duty game, and they're both
Mhm.
4K. They're 2160p. So I mean, would there be because of their higher bandwidth on the GPU, their games won't load as fast because of the SSD.
Yeah.
But it could, in theory, some of the scenes very well could look better.
Yeah,
In
so
theory,
in
because we're
terms
just
of
talking
loading
theory. Okay,
times,
okay.
in terms of loading times, like I said, both will have their own variation of the SSD. So
Mm-hmm.
both will load super fast. They're
Right,
both gonna load super fast.
right.
The difference is here Sony will have a slight advantage here in terms of obviously boot up speeds, but also again the way data is handled on screen. So basically, it will feel faster on PlayStation 5. Basically, from what I'm gathering,
Right.
how they've done it. It's everything will just feel faster. Like if you run games off of a M2 drive or an NVMe drive right now on your PC, you would notice how just how seamless and everything is off that SSD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's going to be something very, very similar to that. It's going to be very, very fast. Microsoft won't be crazy, crazy far behind, but again, I don't see them being crazy, crazy behind, right? But
Right.
they're going to be pretty up there. Microsoft is going to have the better looking. I would say Microsoft will have the better looking sharp textures. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those in the chat where you see it all the time, like Digital Foundry zooms in and you see like the sharp edges, the jaggies, and all that
Oh, for
stuff.
God's sakes, if they're
Yeah,
gonna have to do that, that's
you'll have
crazy.
like that type of stuff on Xbox Series X. I can easily see them having stuff like that. I can see them having probably some better looking texture pops like on certain surfaces and whatnot. I can see that easy.
Well,
But
but
as
they're gonna
far as
have.
like the way things load and how seamless it is and how data is transferred, Sony's got that in the bag. And this is where PS5 really, I think, will just close the gaps, so to speak.
Mhm.
The whole graphics thing, again, just Microsoft does have a better GPU, but that's really it at this point.
Right.
Both are going to be using the exact same CPU for what we're gathering into.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna have to zoom in again, that's ridiculous. I'm like, well, I ain't nobody's gonna. I can't say people won't pay attention to it, but
Yeah.
if their GPU isn't that much clock faster, and somebody said they would have to have a difference of, it would have to be a big over 200 bandwidth. They would have to be 200 bandwidth faster in order to see a major difference. So
Yeah,
to see
and
a
it's
major difference, like a 2080 versus a
well, man.
580 type bandwidth
Well, I
differences.
think what's going to happen though, I think people are gonna be lost in just how fast. Like you see how you're playing Mass Effect, how like sluggish it kind of plays a little. You won't
Mm-hmm.
have this type of problem. Like people are going to be more immersed into how seamless the scenes are from gameplay, everything. You know, everything like that. They're just going to be more immersed in games this
Well,
time
it's
around.
running at over 60 frames a second.
Yeah, this running over 60 frames a second, but I'm talking about how it like how, the speed. You know what I'm saying? Obviously the frame rate is high.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's fine. The frame rate's high. I'm talking about the actual speed, like how it's like just how it reacts on screen type of thing, if you get what I'm going with it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
see. I see. I see.
that type of stuff. Everybody's gonna be lost in this when we go into next gen. And again, graphics are still going to be a thing. You're going to have the 5-year-olds and grown ass men cry about
Ah,
whatever.
well, that's
You're
what I
gonna,
was saying earlier. Was that they were talking about games going to PC, and I was just like, man, look, let's just look at the game that Sucker Punch did, Infamous Second
what
Son. That
PlayStation
yeah,
games
that
going?
yeah, but that
Oh
all right. So
well, yeah,
Sucker
we
Punch,
talked about this. This is
yes,
pretty
yes,
much more likely it's the greatest hits collection
yeah,
going to PC just to
uh huh,
test the waters. And remember Sean Layden talked about it,
yeah,
or it was either Sean Layden or Jim Ryan. I think it was Sean Layden before he left that
mm-hmm.
select PS4 titles were going to make their way to PC, and that's what he
Yeah,
said. Now again, um, this is more likely going to be the greatest hit collection. So what do we know so far that's in the greatest hits collection? You think about it, all adds up, right?
mm-hmm.
Uncharted 4 is in the greatest hits collection.
Yeah,
Horizon Zero Dawn, greatest hits. MLB The Show, greatest hits.
mm-hmm.
What else is in there?
Well, all the
God
Uncharted's
of
are greatest
War
hits.
is in there.
Yeah,
You got I said Horizon.
yeah,
But you get what I'm saying.
yeah.
The greatest hits games in the greatest hits collection are more than likely going to make their way to PC just to test the waters. And
Yeah.
again, I don't see them doing it day and date. Some people really want this. I see a lot of people. You know, I do a lot of Xbox shows, so a lot of
Yeah.
dudes on Xbox shows really want this to happen. Not only because they want to see people obviously argue in the comment section, but they just want to. They want to support this. A lot of people want to support it. Me, I'm like, I don't see them doing it. The day Sony comes out and says we're changing our metrics, or they change their metrics to talking about like software and service growth instead of like hardware growth and revenue or software like that, then that's where you should worry. But right now, they're not worried about that
What would I
particular
ask you
thing.
about the Xbox shows? Because you're
What's that?
doing, you're doing. Why do they think the companies have to do the exact same things to make money? Because to me, they expose themselves for them not liking Microsoft doing it. If they're going to have to turn around and say, well, Sony's going to do it too, it's like,
Oh,
no,
like a reveal, like
well,
Microsoft.
well, no, just as far as day and date and things like that, because it's like they
Oh,
don't have to do the same things to make money. They don't. They're two different companies. You
a
know.
lot of people want it to happen because they want people to stop the arguments back and forth. I do get where some people come from, right?
Uh-huh.
Some people make sense. They don't want to see people argue back and forth over, hey, this is a service, right? This service does it. This does it. A lot of people don't want to see that, and I understand completely.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, that's fine. I can get where they're coming from. Others just want it to happen because let's be realistic, they're not buying into Game Pass. Some of these dudes are not buying into Game Pass, and they want Sony to do it so that they can feel obligated to throw that in their face and go, "Oh my God, yeah, we got the win now. See, Game Pass changed the game," knowing damn well they're not even supporting Game Pass. I know some diehards who do support Game Pass,
Mm-hmm.
and I know some who flat out lie to their subscriber base and
Mm-hmm.
don't support Game Pass. And granted, I could have dropped now if I was doing crumb site drama shit, right? I could have dropped like 15 videos probably this week on like random people galore
Yeah.
who you would probably least expect, who don't even support Game Pass, but hype it up on Twitter.
But
I
that's
kid you
only
not.
$1. I mean, Hellfire, I support it.
Yeah,
It's only
they
a
don't
dollar.
support it. They don't
Yeah.
support it. They go, it's $1, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, why the hell don't you have it? They go, man, listen, there ain't that much on here. I already played Gears 5. Then why the hell are you promoting it?
Well, isn't Outer Worlds on
You
there?
know? Yeah, and then like again, like some of these dudes, they hype these games up, right? And this is a
Hmm.
problem, but hopefully this problem gets remedied next gen.
Ah, you said
A lot of
remedy.
these dudes hype. I
Big,
know
big
a lot
class
of
said
these
remedy.
dudes, a lot of these dudes hype up these games, right? But
Uh-huh.
they don't. When it comes to that point of putting up or shutting up, they don't put up and support these games.
Well, that is true. No, no, no. They're
Yeah,
doing
this
what gets
needs
them
to
clicks.
stop
I agree.
going into next gen. If you're
Yeah.
gonna hype the game up, you need to support the game because if Sony and Insomniac are very, very tricky. Like, well, not tricky. They're very like they've been how do I say it? They've been very cryptic
Hmm.
in certain messages, right? Not really
Hmm.
messages, but like screenshots. One thing I gotta say too, it was funny as hell. They put out a tweet. It was for Sunset Overdrive. You can tell it was Sunset Overdrive too.
Hmm.
If this game is exclusive to PlayStation 5 and Sony
Do you think it'll go to
has the
PC?
whole thing.
Do you think it'll go to PC eventually? Because didn't the first
Not
one?
sure because the first one was on PC.
Oh,
I'm
so it
not
was. Yeah.
sure. That could be. That
Okay.
could be because
All
that
right.
was a game that was on both. Could
Yeah.
be.
All right. Well,
Not
take that.
sure.
Take it with a grain of salt, people, because
Yeah,
we
no,
don't. We don't know.
that's a 50-50. That's really a 50-50. Yeah, that's a 50-50
Right.
type of
Right.
thing,
Right.
depending on probably how well that game does. But I doubt it will go day one. That's
Hmm.
definitely gonna happen like probably I would say later,
Hmm.
maybe later, like a year after it, if it
Right.
doesn't sell well for sure.
Okay. But
But
you said they were
I don't know about
cryptic
day and date. I
tweets.
don't know if they do day and date, then okay, day and date. But again,
Right.
um, if they get that exclusive for PS5, basically it's going back what I'm about to say. If they
Hmm.
get that exclusive to PlayStation 5, that right there is just an example of why Microsoft is just not it's not getting with the times, so to speak, right?
Hmm.
See, the way I've been looking at Microsoft, I've been looking at Microsoft kind of the way I've been looking at Vince McMahon when it comes to wrestling. Like, dudes out of touch, they don't know what they're doing, type of thing, right?
Right. Right. Right.
They're forcing one agenda, which is Game Pass and services, versus delivering what truly matters, and those are those experiences, right? Those memories that last. That's what we buy these consoles for. We buy them for those, quality games. That's all we care about.
Oh
We
yeah.
can care
Yeah.
less about
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
we
I
can
agree.
care less about the features. I'm gonna tell you why, because
Hmm.
the features are the icing on the cake. They've
Yeah.
always been
Garlic. The
the icing
garlic
on the
mash.
cake.
Yeah. The garlic mashed
Exactly.
potatoes. Where's my
Yeah,
porterhouse? Yeah.
exactly. Services
Hmm.
like Game Pass have always been icing on the cake. It's
Yeah.
always been the software. And the thing about Microsoft, they have not delivered on that note. And
Hmm.
a lot of people, again, I talked to a lot of people about this off air, like in numerous shows. Everybody knows I'm part of a lot of shows now. I do a lot of shit.
Yeah, and
Uh,
shout out to you for doing that.
uh
I reached out to Crossfire. I'm trying to hopefully one day. Um,
I
uh,
get you on Crossfire if you want
yeah,
on Crossfire.
yeah, I'm trying to reach out to Mooch
I can definitely let me
to maybe
know
get on there.
when you're available because he usually does it after RGT. So if you want to just jump on immediately, I can refer
Yeah,
you.
yeah, if you want to give me a reference,
Yeah, I get you there.
if you want to,
But
what did the mob say? If you want to vouch.
just just ask for it and you shall receive it. There you
Okay,
go.
yeah.
But again, it's just so many. There's so many games they could be delivering.
Yeah.
They're out of touch, man. Like I was about to say Quantum Dreams, Quantum Break
I'm so mad at that. They
is
should have
is
followed
a
that up.
prime example
Yeah,
of what happens when you don't listen. And
yeah.
a lot of people say Quantum Break. A lot of people, especially on PlayStation, say that Quantum Break probably had no potential. I beg to
I
differ because I
agree.
can say the same thing. Yeah, I can say the same thing about Uncharted One.
Yeah.
Uncharted One is amazing.
Hmm.
I love the story of that game. But let's be realistic, it wasn't perfect.
No, the
The gameplay
gameplay.
was not perfect in Uncharted One. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
At all, wasn't perfect at all. Uncharted One had its faults,
Yeah.
and this goes hand in hand with Microsoft when it comes to their new when it came to Quantum Break. Quantum
Hmm.
Break had potential, but it had its issues.
Yeah.
If that game got the proper respect and got a second chance and properly done, remove the TV show basically, right?
Yeah.
And go all out and just give you all gameplay, fix the dumb shit and the dumb use of certain powers. Like the fact that I have to rewind time to open a damn door, which makes no damn sense when in that same scene
Yeah.
you see me open the damn door
Yeah.
without no powers, that type of stuff. Remove stupid stuff like that and really show just like just show how how much you care. That is the type of stuff that will make Quantum Break and stuff like that worthwhile,
Yeah,
and people
I
will actually
thought,
invest in it.
but I agree with you. And I remember, shout out to Titanfall Princess. I asked her, I
Mhm.
said, because she played it, and she
Mm.
said that the world that they created is what they should have built upon. I get it. If you think the characters were trash, fine. All
Yeah,
right, fine, fine. You're right. I mean, I agree with you. But the world that it existed in, they should have built on that shit. I mean, they did it with
yeah.
control in a way, but yeah, but yeah, they should have kept going with that. I don't understand.
It's
Uh,
it's real pathetic when you compare that game to the E3. Y'all remember to everybody in the chat? Do y'all remember the E3 demo we got for it?
oh, yeah, I do.
Remember Remember how insane it looked, how
Mhm.
fast it looked, and how they were doing it? It looked like a completely different game, didn't it? It looked
Yeah.
like something incredible.
Mhm.
That's the type of stuff that I thought we were going to get for the final package, and we got something completely different. Not even close to that. And I guess you could say we had like what's it called, the Watchdog moment, right?
Oh
We had a
yeah,
Watchdog
yeah,
one moment there,
yeah.
maybe. But I'm like, I don't know, man. Some shit,
What?
there's only so much you can take, man.
Yeah,
It's
Watch
really,
Dogs, the Division, the first Division trailer, and then
yeah, First
The
Division,
first Witcher, that Witcher trailer that they showed at
Assassin's
Easter.
Creed,
Yeah,
Unity. Remember that?
Unity. Oh yeah, yeah. Assassin's Creed Unity. Good point. But to me,
We
that's
all were jumping out of seat for Unity. We was like,
I
"Holy
was
shit! Look how many people! Look how many people on the screen!
on the
This shit look
screen.
amazing."
Yeah,
We get it. The damn game run at 12 frames.
yeah.
I
Nah, I mean,
played that with friends. The damn network was so terrible. I hated
yeah.
it just for that. I was like, "Dog, this game. I like the story, but
Mhm.
I hate the gameplay. I am not feeling this at all." So
Yeah, I love how they would do those timepieces. I still like that. I think that's the
oh yeah,
backbone of those games. But yeah, the way that game played was trash. But
yeah.
and that weapon at the end, that was trash as well. Like, come on, you can come on with a better weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so
you're not even trying, and we're at the
yeah,
start of a shit. Like that's the sad part. They weren't even trying.
yeah,
They were relying on the multiplayer, but they couldn't even get
yeah,
their multiplayer working. It's like Ubisoft. If you're gonna throw multiplayer in a damn game, make sure your servers aren't ass. I'm just saying, don't do that.
yeah. No, you're right about
And
that.
that goes double for their new game, Skull and Bones. That's gonna be another one to probably look out for.
Yeah, I'm buying that. I will play that because I want to blow up some shit. People are like, oh, we need to work it. Nah, I'm blowing your shit out of the water. You know?
I want to see
So
that Kraken. Yeah, I want to see
yeah.
the Kraken, how they work that
Oh
Kraken.
yeah, well, the Kraken that's in Gears 5 at the end, that thing is a Kraken. I'm like, all right, well, this is a
Yeah.
real Kraken. I don't know what that thing was in Sea of Thieves. It looked like a friggin' spaghetti noodle. It looked like the 8 inch. You're like, what is this thing? It's terrible.
They give you a half Kraken in Sea of Thieves, but they give you a full Megalodon shark, which was incredible. I thought was crazy.
Yeah, and people
So,
bragged about that thing. Like, nah, this is trash too. You know, sharks don't attack you from surfaces; they come up from the
some
bottom.
people like it though.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, you're
again,
right.
if you like Sea of Thieves, hey, enjoy Sea of Thieves, But me, that's just not really something I would jump out my seat over. I don't think that's something I will ever
Mhm.
jump out my seat over. I
Yeah.
can't support.
So yeah, so hip hop gamers thing. We're gonna talk about that after the podcast. What he confirmed, because that's on Twitter. Somebody put on Twitter that he had confirmed something that turned out to be true, and I'm like, well, what? That's why I emailed. Like, what did
Yeah,
he confirm?
a lot of people are keeping to themselves. Yeah,
Oh
yeah, a lot of people keeping it to themselves.
man.
A lot of people are
So
doing it because they're being very very strategic. They're waiting. I'm hoping for something
they mean
this
Sony.
month.
Sony's
Yeah,
waiting.
no, I'm hoping for something. I'm hoping for an announcement from
Okay.
Sony this month for sure. Because you already know a lot
Oh,
of people are anticipated.
is that what
Yeah,
Jeff Keighley could have been talking about when he said it?
probably.
When
This is
okay,
why again I've been very tight-lipped. I
yeah,
haven't said a word, but
okay.
I think that's probably it too. I'm just
Hmm.
waiting for really real confirmation from like a Sony executive
Hmm.
to announce an event, so that way we can all stream it and just like
Yeah, no,
put a
I'm
good
with you on
put
that.
a,
I'm with you on
yeah
waiting for
to
it to be
put
confirmed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, to put a lot of not necessarily like rumors or speculation or patents, just to really get something real concrete to really sit on,
Hmm.
and then go from there type of thing till we get the full,
Hmm.
full-fledged reveal.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of what I want right now.
No,
So
I get you.
hopefully we'll get something this month. That's what I'm really banking on. Got my fingers crossed. You know, it's funny as hell too. So Shinobi, right? the dude who always tweets. He's got like
Yeah. Yeah.
that picture of the dude from Jurassic Park. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Uh, a funny tweet he put out where he was like PlayStation meeting, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's confirmed." And he goes, "It was 7 years ago."
Yeah. Y'all didn't
What I
read the
thought was
thing.
funny about that tweet, what I thought was hilarious about that damn tweet was Geo.
Mhm.
Geo even commented saying, "Damn, I thought it was real." I'm like, Geo, what you trying to say? so, 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 I
Yeah.
don't know. We gonna have to talk. We definitely gonna have to talk.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
just
know
want
if Mass.
if you all look at the Mass Effect screen up there at the top there, the mass relay, you can see low level software ray tracing. That's low level software ray tracing coming from that mass relay. Look at the light. Look at the way the light's reflecting back. That light beam. I don't know if you all can see it. That's ray tracing. That is low level ray tracing. So they were already doing ray tracing. You guys just didn't even know it. So, so let me ask you about ray tracing. The way Microsoft is going to, are they deboing it? Are they going to try this to kill it as far as it's going to hurt their frame rates? Because that's the rumor going around.
Well, so
Versus
from what we've
Sony being
gotten,
a little more even
yeah,
keel.
to with ray tracing and everything. Obviously, now we go off of the RTX cards. It doesn't necessarily destroy frame rates, right? But it does kind of cut them in half in this case. So
Yeah,
I will say any game that really relies heavily on it in terms of the visual category. Well, let's say I don't know Halo Infinite.
yeah,
If they were dumb to really go all out ray tracing for Halo Infinite,
yeah.
I can see Halo Infinite probably taking a cut in the frames per second for 30 for sure. I
Okay,
can see that. I can see that going because well, even with the new CPUs, them CPUs are definitely probably going to be. Well, that's the thing too. We haven't seen no numbers for the CPU, right? I don't think
right.
we have. Right? We just hear it's Zen 2, and they're very very fast. So
No,
damn.
Zen is faster than their old arc
Yeah,
because a
so
friend of
that's
mine.
the
Yeah.
thing too.
Mm-hmm.
The CPU can be really really good and could potentially help them. So I don't know. It's tough because I don't have no numbers. You know,
Right.
that's where this is the problem is where you don't have no numbers. You don't want to like guess, right?
Uh,
You don't want to guess off of it, but I don't know. This is tough right there.
yeah. But you were right. It did seem like as soon as Sony that the rumor came out that that Sony was going to be more efficient, possibly even more powerful.
Everybody shut
Everybody
up.
shut up. So everybody
Everybody
just
shut
shut
up.
up.
Just like the rumor that the Series X was not going to be 12, it was going to be 11. Dude, shut up. So
Oh no, no, that I didn't know, but I've been away for 4 days.
yeah, it was a
So
rumor. It was a rumor.
okay,
It was
so
like it was
also
it
take it
was
with
like
a grain of salt.
just a rumor.
The Mighty Smart
So
guy said the tweet was taken down. Which tweet was taken down?
which one? The 12
The 12 one?
Teraflop rumor or the PS5 more powerful?
Yeah. And yeah,
I doubt.
Islander, yeah, I'm buying Halo Infinite. I play all the Halo games, so I've always played the Halo games. So
Yeah, a lot of people said this is their make or break Halo game for them. Like this has to be perfect on both cylinders. Like it has to have a good story and multiplayer. So hopefully they deliver on both because let's be real here, we can't afford to have a half-ass game going to start.
mhm.
And we can't do that
Well,
at all.
I think it'll be fine. I've enjoyed it for the simple fact that yeah, I do like the story. I mean, I do
Yeah.
like the overall story. So people were mad about the last Halo. I'm thinking, nah, it's it's crazy. So then Simon said that with all these next gen rumors, YouTube is becoming like the Dead Sea. Yeah, I mean it's that's
Oh
what
yeah.
made it funny about Jack
We're
Reacher's
all
video. I laughed at it.
we're all plumbers out here when it comes to the leaks. We're all fixing the leak.
Yeah, yeah,
There
everybody's
you go. We're all
leaking. Yeah,
plumbers there.
yeah.
Some people reach for somebody. Some people reach for the pipes. I guess you can say, and they become Jack Reachers. There you go.
Yeah.
They reach for the pipes.
Man, it's always take to me if you got and I agree with Foxy, if you have to start your podcast with say or your upload, whatever you want to call it, would take it with a grain of salt. You shouldn't be doing this.
And
Just
especially when you say it's because when you have reliable sources in the title, like
hmm
I don't get it. If they're reliable sources, why the hell am I taking it with a grain of salt? I don't
yeah,
get it.
yeah,
So
yeah. and people are like, oh, and one guy was like, well, they're changing all the time, and it's like, well, yeah, because different people may have access to dev kits at different points in time.
Yeah,
If I develop
dev kits
something,
always change
yeah, they're
over time.
changing them. Yeah, so God forbid that they do change them, but oh yeah, overall they're going to constantly change.
Yeah,
So
my good friend Boom, he's an Xbox dude. He's double barrel gaming basically. But he asked me a good question. I didn't think he would ask me this, but he did say it. He's like, Ryan, did you think, with Sony supposedly tweaking the dev kits or the systems, do you think that it will come out later and Microsoft will come out first? Basically, Boom's a diehard Xbox, so he
mm,
has to have an advantage somehow. I'm like, well, if Sony came out later, right, and Microsoft had the advantage, now that would be good for them if they had the first, I would say the first light of spotlight. Or right now, they're already in the spotlight, and they
yeah.
and they launched first. The thing about Microsoft, though, they would have to deliver on those games immediately to get that console out there. You can't just rely on Game Pass at that point. You gotta
Well,
have those games legit there.
okay. My question to Boom would have been, and shout out to Boom, um, would have been how could if it's still in the development phase, they're always going to be tweaking. I mean, it doesn't.
Mhm.
It's so that to me, just to me personally, when something's under development, it's being tweaked. So they're going to put things in, take things out, and are
Yeah,
short.
a lot of things
So
getting updated.
yeah,
Mhm.
updated or downgraded or something like that. I just so but I agree with you. I guess the way he asked it, he's asking like, well, the reason why it's going to be able to do this is because they went back and did that. It's like, well, maybe they were
Yeah.
always planning on doing that. They just held it off of one dev kit and they said, oh,
The
okay,
thing
now,
is, though, yeah, the thing is, though, right? Sony doesn't need to launch PS5 day one.
I agree.
They don't they don't even need to launch PS5 before Xbox. They can launch it after Xbox
Yeah,
and do amazing.
yeah,
Like a lot of people are really sleeping on Sony here, and they think that Microsoft, just because they have this whole power advantage supposedly, right, with a slightly or a higher clock GPU, that right there is just the selling point, or it's over. I wouldn't say that at all. I would say that Sony doesn't even have that issue. They don't have to worry about nothing. Sony knows that Sony's got the games, they got the track record.
mhm,
And this gen alone, people got so much out of this. I mean, it's like dudes are happy, even
yeah.
when they were the least powerful consoles. I don't know. They
Which is not the Xbox One S is the least powerful console you can go out and buy in that
Yeah.
allotment.
Well,
So
dudes are not gonna look at that console. They're gonna go, well, we have the Xbox One X versus PS4 Pro, so it's gonna be, what was it, 6/4.
yeah, but we
So
see that's not true. I mean, anytime
yeah,
you
well,
got
we see that every time.
yeah, you got next gen and D crap gamer literally saying games on the 1.8 T flop,
That
PlayStation
dude,
look better.
I fear for that dude's mental stability at times. I really do,
Who's
because that
that? Oh,
dude just
really?
crap gamer. Because that
Oh,
dude
okay.
just, I don't know, man. He's falling
Yeah.
all kinds of grace when it comes to that Xbox side. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
man, they can't stand him over there. I mean, it's kind of like it's like the man, the consumer has a right to change their mind. So I mean, to me, it's
Yeah.
just not that big a deal that what he's doing. It's just not that big a deal. Yeah, Coon 6 is greater than 4, but you can't. You do know that the Xbox. Well, I'll break this to you now. The Xbox Scorpio is only functioning at like 5.6 T flops. You all may not know that. That's just
Yeah.
they really never put it to 6. They could, I guess, in theory.
Tell you the
Um,
truth, though, specification talks never really gets us anywhere. You think about it when they always talk about the numbers and
mhm.
teraflops.
Yeah,
You see, it's just the games. It's always the games that define it. Like what is 6/4 to you? To me personally, 6/4 would be something like God of War versus Rise or something, right? For what
yeah,
Microsoft's got, like one of their games. That's what was 6/4, would tell me, that type of stuff. And a lot of people are not looking at it like that. They're just going off the numbers. Well, 6 is higher than 4, 12 is higher than, what was it, 9 or 10, right? That was the
hmm,
last reported, like 9 or
yeah.
10. So again, dudes just they don't look at the
the
They don't look at
performance.
the performance and
Yeah,
everything.
they
Yeah, they
don't
don't look at the
perform.
games.
And there's that one guy who sent me that horrible leak, and
Hmm.
he was like, well, here's what the he said, here's what the PlayStation is going to be doing. I'm like, well, they've already confirmed. Lisa Su has already confirmed 4K native on the next PlayStation, and their little leak you sent me, it wasn't going to be able to do that. And then he sent something back like, well, I didn't understand what that meant. I said, it means that you can't, and it means this is fake. That's why I did that video called Ghost Merc is a fucking idiot. But he can,
Yeah,
but he comes out of
yeah.
Matt's Gaming's chat section. So of course he's an idiot, you know.
His chat is what I call spooky. Like Matt's a good dude. Nah, Matt's a good dude.
I
You know, I
agree.
get it.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
disappointed. I'll just be
he an
100%.
Xbox
That's
dude.
why I'm disappointed because he is a good dude, and I'm disappointed at the way he took his
Oh yeah,
channel. So
we all are because we knew this back when we eventually took him under the wing type of thing, right? We knew he was an
yeah,
Xbox guy, and
yeah,
again, there's nothing wrong with being an Xbox guy. He loves Xbox,
yeah.
and
I agree.
I'm a good fan of him for that. But at the
Yeah,
same
but
time,
why not just own that,
when he
Vic
gets that
Cloud?
shit,
Why not just come
oh
out and
yeah,
say, even though I got a 1070, I'm gonna get rid. I mean, why not just own it? My whole point is just to own it. All right, I'm not
yeah.
saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. Grown man, do what you want, but own it. There's to me, I would not go out and spend because how much is a 1070? Like $500, give or take.
Depends on the model.
All right, depends
Mine
on the
was like
model. All right, what
yeah,
was
mine
yours?
was remember I got a white.
Yeah, you got the.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
mine was the white
yeah.
DDX
So,
sniper.
but my
So
point
mine
is
was like
that
600.
all right, but my point is that why do that and then brag about the Xbox? It's like, dude, that to me makes no sense. They do what you want, but
Or
own it.
say something like SSDs won't do nothing with performance, but then make a video the next day. Well, SSDs improve performance.
Yeah, they actually did that, and that was my question: was how does an SSD improve overall performance? I understand
You know,
storage. I understand
he know what he
storage.
doing. He be getting the kiddies. Like the way I be looking at his video, it's kind of like a TV show. You know, like them old TV shows, like
Uh-huh.
will this happen on this episode? Find out next episode on this show. You know, that's how I
Yeah,
look at his like content. It's like that. You know, he'll
yeah, because
he'll answer a question with a question, basically with video. That's how he operates. And then the chat be super spooky, and it's like,
yeah, I mean, he
oh
just did it.
Lord.
He did a video. Shout out to Matt. He did a video on videos on rumors
uh,
and why they all the rumors that are going on. When he's the guy that's saying take it with a
half of them
grain of
is from
salt.
him.
Yeah, half of it is from him. I almost put that on his thing. Like, dude, half this shit's coming from you. You know, and it's just you
Especially
know,
when it came to like GPUs and
yeah. He
not well,
uh,
really GPUs, right? I think it was mostly GPUs and shit. Actually, no, it was GPUs and CPUs. I'm tripping. It was
yeah.
both. So
Yeah, I mean, when they thought Navi was going to be proprietary to Sony, I'm like, well, there's no way AMD is going to have proprietary hardware with Sony. They'll have a they'll have a designated hardware, but they were reporting, oh well, the Vega, if Xbox uses Vega, that's good too. I'm like, well, no, not compared to Navi. I mean, Vega is not. I mean, but it shouldn't be because they try to improve upon it. But yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, you're right. His chat is spooky, but he knows what he's doing. He knows those people
like
want to
you'll
hear,
have
you
some
know.
level-headed people.
Yep.
You'll have like some level-headed people in there, and then you
Yeah.
have some girls going, "Ha ha! It's over. There's no way Sony can match this unbelievable power." I'm like,
Like,
what
okay.
power?
Yeah, what power?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
What's confirmed? What's confirmed?
Yeah. Yeah, I've said to people that the difference in these consoles is going to be the fact that Sony's PlayStation has VR and the Xbox doesn't. Now, can Xbox change
Yeah.
that? Yeah, but as of right now, there's nothing they can do. What's up, G Hall? So
Yeah. When they make their way to the RGT or my comment session, this is where I usually get a problem because, like, again, because some actually get
some
brave to
thrash.
follow me on Twitter, and it was funny as hell. One followed me on Twitter, and she had me weak. It was funny. No, because I think it was involving Insomniac. I
Mhm.
think Fox put a tweet. He was talking about like his favorite games for Insomniac. So I
Yeah.
add on to it. I was like, yeah. I can't wait for what else they got next. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I'm seeing tweets for Resistance.
Hmm.
What else did I say? I said seeing tweets for Resistance, and I said I can't wait for Spider-Man 2, which I know is going to be lit. And he thought my shut up. Out of nowhere, the very dude who stalked me in my comment section is like, "Oh, there's no way they're working on Resistance." I'm like, "Wow, I didn't know you worked for Insomniac."
Yeah, how do you know that? And it's
I
not,
didn't know.
you know.
And then the dude goes and writes essays. This is a thing that's becoming a parent. Dudes are writing essays on Twitter. It's funny as
I've
hell.
seen
My,
that.
my dude wrote an essay telling us something. See, no, you don't know what you're talking about. They're not making this. I'm like, dog. I didn't say Insomniac was gonna make. I didn't even say Insomniac was gonna make
Yeah.
Resistance. I just said I can't wait for Resistance.
Oh, these clowns are moist. I said over a year ago. I mean, you remember me saying I can't wait for Metro to come out and I can kill a 4K rat. I specifically said that. That some one of these moist ass fruit bats turned that into. You said that Metro was going to sell a whole lot. No, I didn't. I
Yeah,
said I wanted to kill a 4K rat. But that's my point is that they're getting the same information. It's just the way they're interpreting it is just dumb. It's
yeah.
just they don't understand nuances. That's why I had to say during this podcast, here's what Sony confirmed that the PS5 is going to have. Now, here's what White Zaddy is speculating about. I specifically was saying that, but let's just see how these moist fruit booties flip that around. Even though I dropped the link in the chat description, like you all can follow
Yeah.
along if you want to. So
To
no.
answer your question, Simon, I would have to
Mhm.
say yes and yes.
Yeah.
The Decima engine has been tweaked and is like has been tweaked ridiculously from what we saw from Death Stranding. It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot better for PS5.
But that was on
Also,
that was Unreal. Didn't they use Unreal?
Unreal is for other
That
shit.
was
I
Death
forgot.
Stranding though. Didn't they? That was Unreal for Death
No, they use
Stranding. Right?
Decima. They use
Oh, that was
Decima
Decima.
for
Okay, all right.
that's Decima.
What happened to Stadium? Nothing's happening with it. It's
Stadia's
give it
dead,
six.
man. Let it
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Give it 6 months. It's only been out
Give
for
her 6 months.
3 months.
She
Yeah.
had a whole year. She's dead.
No, it's not been out a year. Let's give it out.
That's
Um,
Stadia's dead. Let it go. They announced achievements and it was over. Stop.
so
That's crazy. Google came out with achievement systems and all this junk, and Nintendo still doesn't have that, which I'm shocked.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
shocked Nintendo doesn't have something like that. Yeah, hopefully that comes later. But
And like a YouTuber said, a prominent YouTuber said, the issue isn't Stadia. The issue is that Google's in gaming now. Because Google could
yeah,
come out today and say, we got a console coming. And there ain't nothing. And guess what? If they're going to have that and have the same games, and they're going to run the same, and then they sell it for $3.99, everybody's in trouble. I mean,
it
you
might
know,
be Amazon at this point. I think
yeah.
Amazon probably will drop a traditional console. That makes sense for Amazon
It would for Amazon, yeah, because of their cloud. Now,
because it wouldn't
Simon,
be a loss when you think about it if it
yeah.
failed or not.
Yeah, but I'm interested in this hip hop gamer thing. That's kind of got me because I want to see if my source is close. Because I was told
Yeah.
something about a week ago, and it was like, well, nah, they said just sit on this, but here's what Sony has done. I'm like, all right. So then I saw what HHG was reporting. I'm like, all right, well, he's
Yeah.
already gone out, and I agree with Foxy. Like I said earlier, hip hop gamer got a pair of brass balls to go out as far as he went. Because if that turns out not to be true, they're gonna be crazy. What do they call it? The YouTube streets. I still haven't seen a street with named YouTube, but these guys say
Yeah.
they tell me it exists. So but now Ice Queen wants to know hold on, when are you going to stream Death Stranding? Um,
I streamed the first part of that game
mhm.
and stopped the streams afterwards. Now, Death Stranding, it's good, but let me tell you, it's not really a game you want to see me stream. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, it's a lot of back and forth delivering. Plus, the real payoff is the story. Characters are real unique, very
Mhm.
nice. Love the soundtrack. I like everything like that. But that's really it in its core. And so for majority of the gameplay, you're gonna just be seeing me deliver stuff or shooting at mules. The little thieves. So really, I wouldn't necessarily say that's a game to really stream
Yeah.
at all.
Yes, she does want to see you do it.
I know,
That's
Don. I know. I have a dedicated watcher.
yeah, Death
I've,
Stranding, one of the best looking open world games. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Digital Foundry again, White Zaddy said that Death Stranding was the pinnacle this generation for graphics. That's from White Zaddy. That's not from me. That's not from Big Cloud or Carlos. Oh, don't come at us. You go talk to your White Zaddy because they're the one that said
It's
that.
good though. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
hard
good.
to distinguish what is a cutscene and gameplay at times. Though it's like it's so seamless. You
That's
think
true.
it's all cutscene, but it's not. It's legit gameplay. And it looks so good, and it's produced so well. And that just goes to show that Kojima is just like he's unmatched when it comes to presentation.
Yeah.
It's on another level when it comes to presentation, and so that's where he stands out at. And he's going to be on another level, especially with this horror game that supposedly he's working on. I'm expecting that probably Norman Reedus will come back to work on this horror game with him and be in the horror game because remember he was going to be in PT
Yeah, part
and
time.
that got canceled. So I can see him doing that to get like another feel of horror for fans. And he touched on horror a bit for Death Stranding. Granted, it wasn't really like over the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think he can really nail a horror game because Hideo Kojima is very, very creative when it comes to like
Well,
stuff like that. So
suspense. Yeah, what he nailed
yeah,
in
he's
Death
really, really
Stranding was
good.
suspense. The fact that your character had to hold his breath was now you would have thought eventually somebody would have came up with some type of tube system so that those things couldn't come around. You could just breathe. Like somebody was playing the game that I know, they were like, well, why don't they just have a tube system that cycles oxygen? You know
Yeah.
that they could go to, and it just cycles the oxygen. So and maybe there, who knows? But yeah, I'm still playing Death Stranding. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm
So
almost done. I'm like
all
legit
right,
almost done. I'm at like the last few chapters, but pretty much
no,
done. I'm just getting 5 stars on all the camps, and then
yeah,
I'll
I just
finish
now
it.
got
You
that
know?
motorcycle, that Tron bike. I just now got that.
Oh, the
So
trike.
yeah,
Yeah.
the trike. So I was riding that thing and somebody threw something at me. And it blew the hell out of me. It like knocked me off a bridge. I'm like, are you kidding me? And all my stuff
Yeah.
went scattering everywhere. And then I had to give out the L. I was like, all right, I was to shoot that rope gun. I had to
Yeah.
shoot that. That thing's pretty neat to shoot that. I want something with a little more stopping
Yeah, you
power.
wanna they give you you get like it's cool. Like there's a lot of good weapons. Like there's the bola, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
You can shoot it and you can and then like it like ties them up and you have to run up to them and kick them to knock them out.
yeah,
Or you can use guns, they're like non-lethal assault rifles. They
yeah.
shoot rubber bullets. Those are another thing that knock them out. You don't have to do that.
Uh-huh.
Um but the game is just, there's a lot to it. You can craft pretty much every game, every gun that you would expect from a Kojima
Yeah.
type of game is in here. Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
can craft, so it's really really good.
Yeah, I like the game.
Uh,
I'm enjoying the game. I got so much to play. I got the near alma mater.
yeah.
I'm stuck playing. I
You
got
ain't
my
gotta tell me.
yeah I got my near. I got that to play. I've got something called. I don't have enough memory though, so I got to put more
Yeah,
memory into my computer. So, but
I'm still clearing shit out because I got was it Resident Evil 3 in April,
yeah,
and
and what else comes out? Doesn't something else come out before then? Yeah,
shit,
Final Fantasy 7. So yeah, I gotta
Final
get it.
Fantasy 7.
Yeah, I gotta.
Avengers is pushed back, right?
Yeah,
I
I was
forgot.
mad as hell. Yeah, about that.
Yeah, I got pushed
Mad
back.
as hell about
Honestly, that
that.
game probably needed a little bit more time because I'm not sure how they're gonna. How I don't know how the roster's looking. They're probably going to add all the movie characters first, right, from the MCU.
Well,
Then
not yet. The only one they confirmed was Miss Marvel. But what I'm hoping, I hope you're right. I hope my speculation was that they may have more characters or at least more outfits at the beginning.
yeah,
Maybe
because
because
Spider Man's going to get like some exclusive thing for Sony more than likely, and
we'll have to wait
then
and see. Yeah, they have not announced. I do know I didn't know
yeah,
Sony had the marketing deal. I just found that out a couple of weeks ago. But what I
yeah,
was
so they know they're
hoping
going
was
to do
that they
something,
would co-market that with the Black Widow movie that's coming out in May. But they're
and
not.
that
So
looks good too.
yeah, that
Yeah,
does look good. So they may go ahead and market it with the Eternals movie that's coming out. So we have to wait and see. But it made me
yeah.
mad in a way. It did make me mad that that game got delayed. So I'm like,
Here's a
man.
question. He said, Ryan and Craig, are you excited about the possibility of PS5 multiplayer only Last of Us game?
No, I'm not getting The Last of
Uh,
Us for multiplayer. But that's
As
me.
someone who spent a lot of time on factions, it doesn't bother me if they were to do it because I think that's probably the case. What's going on with the Last of Us? Factions is probably going to be its own separate thing, and the reason why a lot of people have been getting into the Last of Us factions for a little bit. Like if you go to it now, more people are on it. More people are really like getting a hang of it and playing it. So I think more than likely they will branch that off into its own separate thing, and that would be something that they'll probably try to get into esports. Now, granted, if you look at Uncharted, remember Uncharted 4? Uncharted
Mhm.
4's multiplayer has now officially got its own esports following,
Oh, that I didn't
which is
know.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got its own esports following, which is crazy. What's up, platform?
What's up,
But
platform?
they got their own little esports following now. So when you play the game, there's like a little screen on the right side, and it's
Mhm.
like top plays from players. That's from esports. It's like an esports thing going on. So I'm thinking they're probably trying to build upon that with the Last of Us 2 multiplayer. And if they are going to do that separate, and it's going to be its own separate thing, my only issue with that would be if it's going to be separate, do we have to pay an additional fee for that, or
No.
will we get access to that regardless because we
Yeah.
bought it, we bought it day one on
Yeah, you bought
we
the
bought it, especially
game.
you bought it digitally. Yeah, you bought it digitally.
Yeah.
So that's the thing too.
No, you're gonna have to pay for the
That's the thing
whole.
that's going
You have
around.
to
A lot
pay
of
for the
people.
whole thing. You know, you're paying for the whole thing, regardless if you get
True,
the.
but
You
they
know.
could do an ultimate thing, and then that's where it would differ, right? The ultimate edition will have it, right? I'm
Mhm.
talking about like standard, because that's what a lot of people are having fear of, is that we had to pay additional fee or something for it. And again, I don't think they'll do that, but I
Mhm.
can definitely see them probably putting a lot more effort into it and separating. Because remember, Sony needs multiplayer games. Do they not? They need something with multiplayer.
Well,
And
they got the Nightfall coming. They've got the Predator game coming. All that is always online. At least I thought the Predator game was because I'm buying that game. I already got that
true,
reserved.
but I'm talking about like super massive in terms of multiplayer experiences. You know what I'm saying? They need a multiplayer experience. Factions can definitely be that if it's done properly. Or hell, even what was that game? The Order 1886 could have had an awesome multiplayer and could have been it too. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of games that could have multiplayer and could be their answer to half the questions. And Last of Us 2 multiplayer could be that, but again, it has to be executed really well.
Yeah, any more? Yeah, get your questions out for BitCloud because he's he's a busy man. He's in the you all call him the YouTube streets. He's the man out there. He's slinging. He's on the corner. He's holding down the block. I think that's what you kids say. So he goes everywhere. So you go to Boom. You've been on Crossfire. You've been on RDX on there speculating. So
Just talking, man. Just talking. That's all it is. Just gamer talking. I ain't special. I'm just talking, man. Love the talk.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Mag. I forgot
yeah,
about Mag. You
Mag,
see
yeah,
the Mag was a good game. I don't
hmm
know if they'll ever go back and revisit that, right?
yeah,
But that's a good game.
yeah.
I would like to see come back for it. That's multiplayer. I don't remember that game even lagging last time I played it. I don't remember that game ever lagging.
And I
And
never
Call of
played it.
Duty was at its prime at this point. So
Yeah.
that's another reason. So,
Yeah, and Mag, I never played.
Socom?
I remember. Yeah, SOCOM. That would be nice to see. I mean, if they just want to do multiplayer, and they were like, "Yeah, here's SOCOM, here's multiplayer.
Yep.
You guys run around and shoot each other and call in
Twisted
the
Metal can
Predator."
be another one.
Yeah,
They just need some multiplayer
yeah.
games, and I think they got games. They just need to execute
Destruction.
them well to
Yeah,
get them.
Destruction Derby. I don't know if you remember
There you
that
go.
one back in the day. Yeah, just jump
I do
online
remember that.
and tear your cars up. So
Take your cars and pick up passengers, drop them off at destinations. I do.
yeah. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, that, it would take a lot of yeah. I mean, if they're because I do remember Sean Layton saying that they do need to concentrate more on getting some multiplayer games. And again, the best way to bring everybody into that will be to make them open them to PC.
Yeah, I
So
think you're going to get the return of because yeah, I remember one thing I talked about. It was crazy. I talked about before we got it. It was crazy. It was before my channel even got to even 1,000
mhm.
subscribers. But I said I was like, dude, I would love to see Crash Bandicoot or Spyro come back, right? And then we got
Yeah,
Crash and Spyro this generation.
mhm.
I do believe Ape Escape is next
On the
on
Switch.
for next gen.
Okay,
I can
then
see Ape Escape coming back for PS5, and I would like to see Microsoft take a gamble on what Sega was trying to do with Jet Set Radio Future, but they didn't. They didn't want to throw the money at them and get that game done. So
Yeah. Yeah, that was a niche game, but it was
that
fun as
game was
hell.
amazing. Don't get
Yeah,
me
it was
started.
amazing, but it was niche. No, I loved it. So, but yeah, it was hard. Yeah, I would like to see like a was it Jack and Dexter or whatever that thing is. Just stuff like that come back. Just the family game. I call them family oriented games. You could all sit down and the kid would be there playing and you be kind of watching and doing your taxes and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so yeah,
The thing is, they got so many. This is what Nintendo and got so many bangers they're sitting on. It's crazy. Like
yeah,
they could be bringing back and doing, like, for example, Nintendo could have brought Kid Icarus and had Kid Icarus come. You
yeah.
know, that
Donkey
would have been
Kong. I'm
sick.
still waiting on them to do
Donkey
Donkey
Kong
Kong.
could
Yeah,
be, another thing for Switch. I think they're working on Donkey Kong. To be honest, I think they're working on that. Just
yeah.
not check. Kirby might probably too.
Kirby ain't got no
Just a lot.
pants on, so they can keep Kirby. He ain't got no pants.
You
So
don't need it. He got hats. Get different
it does have a hat, man. Yeah, he gonna have a hat.
hats.
Well, like that game I was trying to play, that Sekiro, like that guy gave me a sword and he got no shoes on. Like Kirby going around eating and it ain't got no drawers. I'm like, I can't do it. So,
Eternal Darkness. Yeah, that's
yeah,
another good
Eternal
one.
Darkness. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you all naming good games. So,
See, you talking about Sekiro. See, Sekiro
yeah, ain't got no
again.
shoes on.
A lot of people about Sekiro. What I like about Sekiro, it definitely I would say it was good if you play Bloodborne or any Souls game, right? It was good to fill that void because we
Yeah,
didn't have any
that's
heroes.
true. Yeah.
It's a good game. Um, I would say my favorite ending though for that game, and it's crazy. I don't know what's up with me, but I like the darker endings. I just think I like dark endings for games now. I don't know why,
Oh.
but the ending where he becomes bloodthirsty. For those of you that played, y'all know what I'm talking about. Where he picks up the sword and his arm is on fire, and she goes, "Oh my God, you're him!" Is like, I'm the I'm now officially the bad guy kind of, and he kills everybody. That was a dope ending. I thought that was sick. And stuff like that is just sick. Like I even like the sure ending. Sure.
Yeah.
Um it's crazy because no, it reminded me of what's that shit called? Fucking what's that game called? Uh Infamous Second Son
Yeah.
with the evil ending where he kills everybody. You know what I'm talking about? He like
I had a good ending. Yeah, I didn't know it had a second ending. Yeah, I just played it
You know he had a
through and
second ending? Yeah, there's
no,
two endings. There's a good and bad. When
okay,
the good ending is where he basically heals everybody, everybody's happy and
yeah,
he goes on about his business. His brother is, he puts a memorial on the wall for his brother and then and it
hmm
ends. The evil one, however, he gets the door slammed in his face by the old lady that you had to save at the end of the movie or at the end of the game.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then he
Okay.
goes crazy. He just destroys everything.
Oh,
So
all right. I didn't know you could do that. Wow.
yeah, like he does that dive bomb thing and destroys the shelter.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, I did not know that was in
yeah.
there because I beat that woman that was turning people into rocks or whatever she was doing. I beat her and then got the ending. Like, oh, this is actually okay because that was if you all don't know, that was one of the first games Sony did. It was 1080p. It was like a big deal when there was a shortage on PS4s, and I remember going to GameStop and the manager was like, "Look, they got to get the thing out before Infamous comes out because that's
Mm.
they're talking about 1080p, and this game is 1080p. So everybody went out and bought 1080p things. They want this PlayStation. So and sure enough, he was right. 3 weeks before it came out, Sony's PS4s all of a sudden popped into stores like gangbusters. But yeah, you're right. But I'm
It's
gonna
funny
jump
because
up. Yeah, go ahead.
I got mine day one,
I
and
didn't.
I did not regret it. That was I got it day one, and I remember the first game I popped in just to try out was a third party game, and it was because I was really hyped for Assassin's Creed
Yeah,
Black Flag,
yeah, Black Flag. Yeah, I remember that.
and it
Yeah.
looked incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in school when Black Flag came out. I'm like, all right, well, this is a different way to play the game. I like the sailing part, but I liked Assassin's Creed 3 when you were the Native American guy. And
Oh,
yeah, that game was
Connor.
that game was fun. I mean, you just massacring people in that
It has some of the
game.
best it has some of the best combat in the series for sure.
Yeah, that one and the last game you got to use Izio. Um, that one I
Ezio.
like. Yeah, Ezio. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I really like that one. I forgot what
Mm.
it was called. Was it Revelation?
Revelations,
Yeah,
or it was Revelations, there's Brotherhood and
yeah,
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Brotherhood was trash. I did not like Brotherhood.
What?
Yeah, I didn't like Brotherhood. I love the second one. I really like the uh, I like that story, how they ended it. What I also didn't like was Ubisoft locking everything behind the paywall to get all the outfits. Now I guess it
For which one? Was it for
um
Revelations?
yeah, Revelations, everything was locked behind
Yeah,
a
this is what
paywall.
the multiplayer. Yeah, because the
Yeah.
multiplayer took off, like in a way they didn't expect it. I'm like, dog, y'all screwed it up with the third one anyway. So
Yeah.
nobody played the multiplayer after the third one because they
Yeah.
screwed it up so bad. So
Yeah,
I
no.
remember that.
I hated it. I was like, all right, man. This I didn't hate Brotherhood. I just didn't. It seemed
It was different.
it was just kind of different. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I liked the story, but it was just kind of. It felt like you were just. It just felt like there was nothing new. You know.
Eh,
So
it was the well. Here's the thing. There was new because you forgot you had. This was the first time they introduced you can recruit assassins.
that's
You
true.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
This is you becoming a. Because basically what they're saying is at the end of Assassin's Creed 2, when you beat the dude who killed your father,
Yeah. You killed him. You
and
killed the
you
Pope. You killed that Pope.
yeah, you don't kill him. You actually beat him in like hand to hand combat. You let him walk.
Mm-hmm.
You let him walk because you let him live with failure.
Yeah.
That's just it's crazy because you say rest in peace as you walk away, but he's
Mm-hmm.
still alive, and you say you live with your failure, and then
Yeah.
you take the artifact. Basically, what they're saying is that day when he got the artifact, he became a master assassin.
Oh,
Brotherhood, yeah, that's why he was promoted so quick. He became a master assassin. He
I
basically
see.
killed. He took out the top prey. However, his uncle figured out he didn't kill him, and then that's when he got killed. And then obviously
Yeah.
that led to the story, and then everything.
Yeah.
But Brotherhood personally was my personal favorite, not
Okay.
just because I like the multiplayer, but I like the fact that when you recruit assassins, you actually get to see the ranks and what they go through to become assassins. They start off as just normal recruits, right?
Yeah.
They'll get their hidden blade and they'll work their way up, and you see them go from each particular rank. And then when you get them to the rank of assassin or master assassin, or I guess you could say apprentice type of thing, right? To get them to assassin, there's a ceremony that you got to do, and then they're assassins. Like that was the coolest part about it too. It's like graduation. You see them graduate and become assassin and do the leap of fate. I actually thought that was sick. Like I love that.
Oh, that I didn't know. Yeah, it was so it had a lot more detail. Sounds like I just kind
Oh,
of
it was a
scratched
lot
the
more to it.
surface.
Like
Yeah.
the apprentices become more. They become more and more skilled and more
Mhm.
efficient in combat. When you send them on better missions, you can send them on tougher missions. They come back more successful, more
Oh no, that I was
agile.
doing. Yeah, that I was
Yeah.
doing. But it was just like, man, what's the point of this? This is like they're just going
Yeah, it was all
to.
about building them to become your army. Because when they become your army, you
Mhm.
use take out your foes, and you help liberate the Borgia's influence. That's what it was. You're basically making people rise up, and this is the assassin order becoming a thing in that time.
Mm.
If you go back to the original, like the first verse, the very very first Assassin's Creed with Altair, remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Loved him. Loved that
Yeah,
character.
Altair was dope, but you
Yeah.
get more context to him. And I think in Brotherhood, where you find out that he after he kills that dude, the headmaster, right? He
Yeah.
lost his wife.
Right.
And he
Right. Right.
came back like 30 years later as an old man. He actually reclaimed the assassin order
Mm-hmm.
and basically became, a legend. So that,
Yeah.
again, they show that, and that's what I like about Brotherhood. It fills in those gaps
All right.
that
Well,
need to
yeah.
be
All right.
filled
That's
in.
cool then. That's cool. I didn't know it did that. That's how. Yeah. If
Oh,
it
you
added.
gotta really appreciate that one. That really
Yeah.
does a lot because that type of detail they did in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood,
Mm-hmm.
it started to lack in all the other ones. Like they
Well,
started doing
not
other stuff.
Rogue, but Rogue was tight. Rogue was
Rogue
really
was
good.
good, but
Yeah.
Rogue was kind of just like it felt more like an Elseworld
Yeah.
story type of thing.
Yeah.
Because again, I get it. They're trying to make you feel like Templars aren't bad, but let's be realistic here.
Yeah.
Templars
Yeah. I
are
mean, you're
fucking
groomed to think that they're bad. Yeah.
they're bad. Like I know. So But they're
Yeah.
trying to tell you that assassins are this. I'm like, well, this didn't really make me turn against the assassins. All I saw was
No,
one
you're
screw up.
right. You're right. No, no, no. You're right about that. You are right about that.
Yeah.
Shout out to
All it was
Marcus.
one screw up. They didn't know what they were doing. A
Mhm.
civilization or a city got destroyed, and then dude went rogue and became another assassin. Then you find out he killed the guy at Unity at the beginning of Unity. That was
Yeah,
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 and then he finds out that Connor, your favorite assassin, destroyed his order, and therefore he kind of just lost his place in the world. Which again, they didn't really explain what he does afterwards, but
yeah.
that's what happened.
Yeah, I like Connor's determination, but the one from Assassin's Creed 2, I liked him because he was like James Bond. He was smooth.
Yeah, he was a pimp during the
Yeah,
time.
he was pimp daddy out there. He was
He
smacking
was a
on.
womanizer. That's what he was. He was a womanizer.
Well, somebody had to do it. I mean,
Yeah, he
shit,
was a
fine.
womanizer.
Yeah,
That's what he was. That was his part of his charm. He was a womanizer.
yeah, yeah. He was a smooth operator. Yeah. So what do you think
He
about
got shit
them?
done.
Another Mafia game is rumored to be coming.
That's definitely gonna happen. I can see that.
Yeah,
Mafia 3 did really, really well. So I
yeah,
see them definitely pushing that next gen. Easy.
yeah. Boy, Mafia 3 got hard toward the end.
GTA is really what I really want to see. I want to see how much of a jump, That's
Yeah,
where we're really gonna see those jumps is with those huge projects.
yeah. And that has to be extremely ambitious because the last one, GTA 5, is the city itself. That was ambitious.
Yeah.
Seeing that world, and then I replayed it again on the PS4, and was like, damn. I mean, they really did do a good job on this game. So
Yeah,
yeah.
didn't Mafia 3 sell well?
Oh yeah, that I don't know. Yeah, I'm not for sure.
Didn't it sell well?
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's one of
I
my
really
first
like
that
the
it did
game.
well in terms of sales.
Yeah, I did enjoy that game. Him going around and giving those businesses to different people, promoting people. That was pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, doing
What I
that.
think, again, I don't know if this is true, but they're like going back. They're like suppose they're going old school for GTA 6. If they're going old school,
Hmm.
and that means that the heists right are going to be insane for
Yeah,
this one. They're going to be really really insane. So I think again, I'm more inclined for this for sure. It's funny because I didn't even buy GTA 5 day one on PS4. I bought it on I didn't even buy it on PS3 because I didn't have time. My friend kept telling me to get it. I was like, all right, let me get it. Man,
hmm.
look, I'm hyped for I'm still hyped for anything Rockstar does because they're just that good. But I would like to see more than just one game for them a generation. I like to see like two, maybe
Yeah.
three.
Well, they have Red
And
Dead.
it's
They have Red Dead with lowered and low settings. I mean, I don't. Why is the Xbox community bragging about what that game looked like when it has lowered and low
it looks
settings?
good.
I mean,
Yeah, it
it's got
looks good, but I mean, it's
lowered and
still the
low.
same shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's still the same shit that we played. It's still got the same wonky controls.
yeah.
It looks good. It's a great game. Like that's the thing about Red Dead 2. It's a great looking game. It's cool for story wise. I love it. Like if it was a Western movie, I
Yeah.
think it'd be a Emmy nominated type of thing because it's that good. It's that well directed type of thing.
Yeah.
But the thing about Red Dead 2 drags on when you play the shit. It just drags on.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of
It
it
felt
feels like a
heavy.
chore to play because you're doing so much,
Yeah.
and you're on horseback. You're not necessarily in a car going to this, that, and the third. Nah, you're doing this, then you're hunting, and then you gotta take care of your weapons and your horse. It's like, dude, I don't have time for this shit.
Yeah.
So
No, I don't disagree with that. Well, we're gonna jump
and then
off
they
here,
made you build a
people.
house.
Oh yeah. That you can do. Yeah, I mean, there are things about the game I did enjoy. But again, if you have
Soundtrack
to
was awesome.
you have to like that type of game. But
You
when
have to
I
like that setting, I would say, to
yeah
really go, oh my god, this is game of the generation type
yeah
of thing.
yeah, it was a good game. It did lose a God of War, and those people went silent. I mean, I do remember
Yeah, I
that
wouldn't
day.
say it's God of War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that God of War was something else. That boy, yeah, I did enjoy that a lot more. But nothing wrong with Red Dead. But we're gonna jump on off here. That way, Big Cloud can clue me in on what the hell's going on, and off camera, so to speak, off audio. Then I've actually got to go to Best Buy and look at these. What do you think about the 47? The 470 Tomahawk motherboard? What do you know about them?
uh what you trying to do? Like, what are you looking at?
I want a SSD, and I'm afraid if I buy it, my motherboard won't
Well, I mean,
support
you
it.
can get any SSD, but you talking about like the one that's like in the PS5 and
No, I just want an SSD, but I got that
oh, I
350
mean, if you want the
Asus
top of the
motherboard.
line, yeah, if you
No,
want
just
the top of the line thing,
no,
that's what you want.
just a regular Tomahawk
Regular
motherboard
a
that
regular
supports
SSD.
SSD. Yeah, I want the Samsung. I think the 500. It's on sale. I think at Best Buy. I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go see if it's
Oh,
on sale.
I
So
mean, any motherboard supports an SSD because all it is just you plug and play. You just need a data cable to link it in. That's it.
okay,
But if you want the performance ones, which are the ones that everybody is grabbing, like I have one,
right,
the
right, right.
the ones you talked about earlier.
Hmm.
Those ones you might want to be a little strategic about your board and
Yeah.
look on your board where it says M.2
All
on the
right.
board. If
Mm-hmm.
it says it supports M.2, that means that's the right board that supports the SSD that you're looking for.
Okay. Yeah, these are
That
not the
one,
drawers you're
that
looking
particular one.
for.
So yeah, and it was crazy. You can add more SSDs, so you don't have to just rely on M.2. You can add regular SSDs as well. So it's not like you're limited or anything. You got plenty
Yeah.
of room.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. But yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna pop off here. Like I said, I have to eat as well. And get ready for I guess watch Super Bowl highlights since I missed like 80% of the game. Saw the comeback, saw the last 10 minutes. I'm like, man, San Francisco's trash. Gonna have I mean they had a 96% chance of winning that game and they blew it. And it's like, man, how do you all get beat like this? Oh, now they're talking about possible Jedi Fallen Order DLC amid strong sales and missing BioWare. Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully Casey
Like I
Hudson,
said,
yeah,
oh,
hopefully, yeah, this is EA's fault because EA, that Star Wars game, that's a good game. And I mean, there's nothing new there. Shout out to King Thrash. He's right. There ain't nothing new there, but that story was so well done. Yeah, give me some DLC after that ending.
I
Let me
mean,
see what
yeah, like I
happens.
said before, though, dude said that they weren't going to add DLC. I'm like, this is EA. EA will fucking milk that game if they need to.
Yeah, which
So
is fine.
they'll do it.
Which is fine. You get,
It's fine.
yeah,
If it's worthwhile, I would
uh-huh,
definitely invest into it. But after the ending of that,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind firing it back up again
yeah,
and just getting more context. You know what scene I'm talking about? To
yeah.
that one particular scene and how insane that shit was. I wouldn't mind getting some more context to that and just having some more like to do in terms of that. And hell, maybe even have quote unquote battle. But I think they're setting that up for sequels. I really do. I
Yeah,
could think this is going to be a trilogy.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll have like a this
Well,
is going to be a
they're talking
trilogy.
about they're going to do a Knights of the Old Republic remake. Is what
Cool.
BioWare could be working on. So somebody asked me, would I like that or a Mass Effect 4? I'm like, look, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a bigger Star Wars fan. So yeah, give me the Knights of the Old Republic remake. Take it out and give me the 16 point. That's gonna be what
Especially with full
16.9.
customization.
Yeah, give me full
Yeah.
customization. Which I mean, those characters. Well, you can customize your character, but yeah, you got to get me off that
I thought like you can
4.3
just play your
screen.
own custom character. You can find your own kyber crystal. You can make it black, whatever color you want the blade. Shit
Yeah,
like that. Like
yeah,
that'd be dope. Like if you
yeah.
give full freedom. But I like that. I like how they were giving you options
Hmm.
in Jedi Fallen Order with colors.
Yeah.
But they were very strategic to leave out two distinctive colors. You already know what colors those were, but I
Hmm.
like how they gave you options in the game. So
Yeah.
that was good.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I didn't like the puzzles. I mean, I played the
You know, like
game. Yeah, I didn't like those puzzles. Of course, I went online like, how do I beat this? But some of them I figured out. Let me make that clear. But yeah, it's like playing Control. I don't like those puzzles in Control. I'm like, well, I said this looks like it to go here. This may go there. But let me go online and double check. So the only game
yeah,
I did all the puzzles on is Oblivion and Skyrim.
appreciate.
I sat down and did all those puzzles, but I'm not. Oh, it takes too much out of me to sit down and be like, this is taking too long, it's taking me out of the game, and I'm in my game's character, I'm in its head, so I'm doing the game the way if I existed. So yeah. But all right, guys, we're gonna jump on
Yeah,
off here because I'm getting hungry. I want a Caribbean jerk. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go and get me the chicken parmesan today for
uh,
lunch. So yeah, I guess to roll on my chicken parm today. But all right then, bro. We'll stay on because I do want to hear about what was confirmed. You know.
Oh yeah, though.
So
Yeah.
we'll do that. But all right, guys, hit the like button, share. This is Big Cloud. He jumped on here, blessed us with a little more knowledge, and check us both out this Friday, God willing, if he's feeling better, on his podcast, the RGT with Carlos and Foxy Games, and possibly a special guest. We'll try to reach out, hopefully get a Salty or somebody like that on there. So, all right, then, guys, we'll talk to you later. Peace.